Inside Stone's Gambling Hall in Sacramento, California, you'll find Sammy's Restaurant and Bar. Recognized for its innovative, healthy global cuisine, Sammy's offers menu selections made with local, organic ingredients. Indulgent options like truffle fries, duck tacos, artisan wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, and more, along with an eclectic selection of craft beers and classic handcrafted cocktails. Plus, with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is also the perfect place to catch your favorite game. Satisfy your craving anytime, 24/7, tableside or in the dining room at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall.
Here we are. Good evening and welcome everyone to Stone's Live Poker.
I'm Snapchatting.
Veronica Brill Snapchatting. I am the Jake here, and tonight we have
5, 10, 20. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my favorite day of the month. This is Christmas at Stone's. What's up, Ray? Best dealer ever. Normally, normal people, Christians such as, have Christmas once a year. Poker players, because we have so many poker gods, give us, reward us every month with a big game on Stone's Live, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight it is 5, 10, 20, and we love it.
We do. I like that we've transitioned, rather than playing the 10-25, we're now playing 5, 10, 20. I think 3 blinds is better than 2 blinds, puts more players in the pot.
More blinds, more players.
More blind dead money.
More everything.
It's good.
More spewage, more bluffage.
And this is a shit show time. What a lineup.
You're not allowed to swear.
I did not swear. I was giving props.
I got fired. By the way, I got fired. They rehired me because they couldn't find a blonde to replace me. So they rehired me tonight.
I tried to bleach my hair. It was really bad.
Today is my first day at work.
Congratulations. Welcome to Stone's.
Thank you. I'd like a tour around the facility.
You'll get used to it. From what I hear, you've toured the facility like plenty.
Let's get to the table. Let's introduce the players. C1, Matt H. Pitter Patter. Hold on to Jake's heart. Matt's favorite. Matt is Jake's favorite.
He's the best.
And Jake's Matt's favorite.
He is the best.
What can we say about him? He's just a crusher, soul crusher. C2, Paul.
First time on the stream, as far as
I haven't seen him
first time
before.
that I've commentated streaming a game with him.
We are taking his virginity tonight.
I don't know if he's tag, lag, anything in between. We're gonna find out tonight.
Probably a lot of good stuff, all of it. C3, Aces Ron. A bear tore off the top of his hat. Don't ask. It will forever. Don't ask. He gets actually really upset about it. He starts to cry. Like now he holds that hat as it's his savior. It's his Jesus Christ. Seat 4, the Wolf. Now, not the Wolf of Wall Street, the Wolf of Poker. Close enough.
The Wolf is a terrorizing, menacing, put you on tilt, soul-crushing machine.
Love it. Everything you just said, I want to date him.
Yeah.
I mean, in like.
Can't because we're already dating. Like, me and the Wolf. I mean, like me and the Wolf.
You and the Wolf. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, since when have we been dating?
No.
You and the Wolf
yeah.
have been dating. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Threesome?
Yeah. No. He stacks me, and then I sit in the people.
And you put all of your chips in the middle.
Yeah.
And you want it. C5, Adam.
Adam, Adam like buys and he plays really big. He's fairly conservative, but he's a smart player. He's fun to watch, but he'll give you action in spots. He's a lot of fun to play with. Adam's a good guy.
Seat 6, Peter, salad eater. Tonight wearing a red shirt. Never seen him wear that before. Look at him. He's a good-looking man. Good-looking piece of man meat.
Will he ever find Peter out of seat 6?
I want to see him like eating pasta and playing in seat 1. Pasta. Sorry, American pasta.
Thank you.
And seat 7, Ash. I like me some Ash. Ash is always good for a good time. Seat 8, Anthony. Anthony's a good-looking guy. I'm
You know what's
happy.
Cracker Jacks like? Anthony, I actually commentated a game. Was it with you? The last 10-20 game? Anthony was in the game. I hadn't even recognized him. Anthony and I go way back. We played a lot of 2-5, 5-10.
It may have been me because it's always me.
He grew his hair out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Seat 9 TD. My favorite, TD, the Crusher, the Soul Crusher. Currently, yeah, we got a 5, 10, 20, ladies and gentlemen. Action, cards are in the air. I love it. DVal17, what's up? Is that Uncle Ron? That would be funny if it was. I love Uncle Ron on Twitter and Snapchat. Queen Poker, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Nice to see you.
It feels like it's been forever since I've been in the booth.
It's like putting it in for the first time again.
Right?
Yes.
Awkward.
No, it's not.
Fun.
Adam raises 75 on the button. Does Adam exploit the button all the time? Is he always doing this? 7-6. I love it.
If it pulls
Wide
Adam's
range.
Adam's button is going to open most of his buttons. Just call from Anthony, or I'm sorry, just call from Ash. Anthony completes. You can lay a pretty good price.
Deuce 5 ace on the flop.
So here we got a gut shot straight draw, backdoor flush draw from Anthony. This is a board on this texture versus a button opening range. I'd almost rather see a check raise out of Anthony than a check call. We know he's not going to fold. We know Esh isn't folding. Adam, he can have anything on the button. It folded to his button.
It checks to him. He's c-betting.
125 into 230.
JB Dart says seat 8, Jason Mercier clone. Yeah, kind of.
Yes. Very much so.
Kappa Diesel, what's up? I'm so in love with you. Please shout me out. Jake, they're in love with you. Like, I'm just chopped liver.
I love
Just chopped liver.
No, it's Veronica. Please shout me out.
Kappa Diesel, of course I love you, baby. You've been sitting outside my bushes for years.
Call.
I'm used to you.
Turn king. So Anthony turns a pair to go along with his inside straight draw. He does not turn the backdoor flush draw. Ash is still way out in front here. Adam has no equity. But he's got position.
Now our equity counts true, like we will see the folds. You know, if someone folded a card that's considered your out, we will see that. We won't add that to your equity. Watbry, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Watbry, call me. Do you want to come play Veronica and Friends this month? Looks like
Interesting line here. Esh now leads 425 on the turn on ace, deuce, 5, king.
What? Okay.
Okay, so dig this. Okay,
I'm
so
digging
it's
it.
not. Maybe like the sizing I'm not in love with. Okay, but Esh's ace queen there is so far out in front that okay, mind you, there's
Well, versus the buttons range.
There was you
Yes.
the button range. No, but there's no 3-bet pre-flop. Mind you, can only get 3-bet from the big blind. So top pair, second kicker, or in that case top, is relatively speaking, unless the button's got specifically ace king. We're way out in front there, and on that turn, the button's probably going to shut down most everything.
I just want to point out that Matt's got a straddle on for $40 for $40.
But the button's mostly going to shut down on that turn card, right? Probably not going to double barrel there, not versus 2 callers. But he can get value out of straight draws and flush draws. So I don't think leading's the worst play there. I'm probably still checking just myself, kind of the way I play cards. But
yes.
like it's like you can get value out of straight draws and flush draws. But if you're going to do that, you probably need to lay them a little bit better price
To draw. Yeah. It was a huge bet to get some. It seemed like he was basically trying to protect his hand.
In effect, yeah.
Like in 2006 when they used to do that.
Hey, you know, people still won bracelets in 2006. Don't knock it.
I mean, people are still winning bracelets now. Just not as easily. By the way, I'm going to go play the women's tournament this year in the series.
You qualified with your mouth?
I know, right? They think I'm a trucker, a male trucker from 1972, but no. I got the boobs to prove it, and they're going to let me in. And that's all you need, so you can play too.
Rick and Barstow.
You can call me Joker. What's up? What's up, Boots Babes? You're obviously talking about Jake because he's the sexy one in here. That beard.
The thigh tickler. It's good.
Oh God. Matt probably loves that. G Tank says, I got the moves to prove it. Yep. Moves will get you in that ladies tournament. So what are you playing this year in the series?
I haven't looked real hard at the schedule, so my plan is always to play the monsters. No, not the monster stack, not the Colossus. I don't want to get involved in that shit show. I just don't want any of it. I don't.
The $500 employees event. There's another shit show.
That's a shit show I would get involved in. I gotta quit saying bad words.
That's mud you want to jump into.
There we go. Yes.
Yeah.
So I would like to play the employees event.
That's a hooker you want to do bareback. Stones D3P says main event. He does kind of look like Jason Mercier.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's up, Justin Kelly? Oh man, that nipple's so good. I like it. Just a little nip. It was little. The action's catching up right now. Flop is Jack Jack Deuce. Matt Race is 65. Got a caller.
Matt's not repping much, but there's also like not much that Paul can have on Jack Jack Deuce. That's gonna miss most hands.
Matt takes it down.
MTG tank, beards, boobs, beer. It's all you need in life.
Yeah. And he also said this is a safe place. It is. Not for chips, but it's safe for everything else. I don't know if anyone has ever come to Stones, but I always tell people, I'm like, it is legitimately a nice place. There's no smoke. Great restaurant. You could actually just come here even if you don't gamble. Just come to the restaurant.
Yeah, no idea.
Delish. We do. Pizza? What? Wood-fired oven.
Folds around to Peter.
Peter looks like he's limping. It looks like it's a 5, 10, 20, 40 right now. Ladies and gentlemen, poker is alive and well. Sacramento.
I love it.
Aces
I'd much
runs.
rather see Peter open ace
Yes.
10. Mind you, we are ahead of 2 random cards out of the blind. We should be raising for value.
Ace, king, 5 on the
The
flop.
Wolf's got a wonderful defending hand. Misses the flop effectively, but ace, king, 5, 2 clubs. Peter
There's
hits
always
top
runner,
pair.
runner.
Yeah.
I'm very optimistic about my hands. Check, check. Checks to Peter. Peter likes to c-bet a lot of his range, especially in late position.
Peter bets top pair, takes down. So yeah, as far as the series goes, I always plan on playing the monster stack. I always plan on playing like the 3K PLO8 if they have it. I haven't looked to see if they have the PLO8 this year. I mean, there was the PLO, but it's the 3K PLO8.
Don't they have a 1500 PLO8? Or maybe that's Golden Nugget. They have a great 08 tournament. Oh,
not sure.
So good.
I mean, as I haven't been shy about, I'm trying to retire from tournaments. So like, actually, you're not the only. So, someone actually asked me today earlier what my series schedule was, and I said I don't have one, and I'm trying to not have one.
Cash game. That's my series schedule.
To bum hunt people that
How
have
do you not
bricked out.
play cash at the series? I don't understand people who just play tournaments. Cash is like so amazing at the series.
That just makes it 125 to go with the king jack.
Takes it down. Major giggles. I was fired, but it's like if they tried to fire Jake. We're just not replaceable.
Thanks, V.
Who's going to tell dirty jokes and tolerate it?
Yeah. D-Val's going to win the main event. Welcome to your 1 out of 11,000 people that declare that, of 1 out of 7,000 that play that. And yeah.
What do you think the main event's going to be this year? Let's do an over-under.
Of entries?
Yeah, what was last year's entries?
I have no idea.
Does someone know last year's entries?
It's usually between,
and then we'll do an over-under on
between
it.
65 and 7,500.
So 7,
Over,
I just want to set the line.
over under 7,000.
Over under 7,000? I'll take an under. Because it might be like 68. Over should be like double, like 2 to 1. You should get 2 to 1 on your money for an over. I'd like to look at the numbers from last year.
If that's the case, I'll take the over.
67-37.
If you want to let me 2 to 1 on over 7K, I'll take 2 to 1 over 7K.
I don't know. Let me think about the 2 to 1 on over 7K. But I'm just saying the margins are slimmer.
Renting money.
TD raises to 125.
So we can't profitably flat ace deuce off.
In the hijack.
You're never gonna make money just calling there. So it's definitely a 3-bet or fold type hand. Most players will lean toward folding the ace deuce off versus an open. TD.
He's a great post-flop player though.
And Adam puts in a 3-bet to 310, and the Wolf's gonna call.
Wow. Ace King
Yeah.
5. Adam flops top pair.
Middle pair backdoor diamond drop for the Wolf.
And the Wolf also.
Mind you, the Wolf.
Oh, checks.
Oh, now he's gonna slow it down.
I was surprised, yeah. Posturing like he was betting.
I think this should be a check back. $225.
Insta call from the Wolf. Checks again.
Both players turn inside straight draws. If any player makes a straight, the other players will make 2 pair.
Wow.
Now look at the sizing contrast here. 225 check call. And now it checks to Adam and he bets 1,000. He bets quarter pot, half pot.
The Wolf's. I think the Wolf knows that he has an ace. Adam's got an ace.
At least an ace.
Or could he be doing this with just hearts? Would he do this with hearts?
No.
Does he check back hard? A heart draw on the turn?
He wouldn't bet so small with a heart draw on the flop.
Okay.
He doesn't bet quarter pot with a heart draw on the flop.
Oh, there's me.
That is you.
He is blocking the nut flush, D-Val 17. And it is true, only better hands are calling at this point. Can he keep a heart draw in? Heart draw probably folds at this point, no? Don't have enough odds to call. If the 10 was a diamond, the Wolf stays. Well, yeah, obviously.
But yeah, look at from Adam's perspective. What is Adam really trying to accomplish here? What are the hands that are calling you off here?
So the thing is, hearts, obviously, or 2 pair. The thing is,
we're behind 2 pair. So why would we bet? So like a heart draw, and he 3-bet pre.
And
how many
the Wolf calling out of position, you would think his range is a lot better. Wow.
Wolf calls. I'm not gonna do it.
Wow. Show him the bad news. I mean, I don't know if they have some history together, if the Wolf thought he was bluffing.
Woo. Yeah, D-Val 17, yeah, unless you're specifically only trying to get value from 10x of hearts. 9, 10 of hearts. Hands that you think Jack 10 of hearts. Hands that your opponent might 3-bet pretty wide and then check call a turn with. And check call a flop with. And that's really it.
You think that he's 3-betting wide in early position?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. At the same time, okay, so there's 2,200 in the pot on the turn.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad
the Wolf only has like 1,000 back. So might as well put it in. Because are we ever gonna fold? If you're Adam, you're you're not gonna fold ever. But the hand might be played more profitably by checking back and catching bluffs on the turn, or I mean on the river, maybe. I don't know. The effective stack sizes are so short. When you have an effective stack size of like half pot, I mean, you just gotta put the money in and hope your opponent calls.
Yeah.
And hope he doesn't beat you. I mean.
One man cold 85 says thought Veronica was fired. I was. I got rehired. It's my first day back. I'm a new employee at Stones. By the way, Jake, your Poker Crush Matt is wearing a Nirvana shirt. And I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Don't fall in love too hard.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. You can call me Joker. What's up? Nice to see you in the chat. Missed you. Rick and Barstow. When are you coming back? So you're playing in Veronica and Friends, right? You agreed?
That's what I've been told.
Yeah. I actually have a pretty nice lineup. Snazzy. It's going to be good.
I'm excited.
You know, someone who might manage the Aria poker room might be there.
Sean McCormick? Really?
Yep. He's coming down to my game.
Oh man, does he know what he's getting into?
No, and I hope he doesn't find out.
Oh, what a disaster.
One man cold 85 says, congrats on getting your job back, have a drink. That's exactly why I got fired in the first place.
Paul makes it 125 to go with the King Jack offsuit.
You're all bad influences. I love how big this game is. I love the Catholic school teacher ruler.
It's gonna get through.
Big Earn F9 says, we love Veronica, glad you're back. Thank you. It's good to be back. It's good to be back doing commentary in the big game with the Jake. You ever bummed a cigarette like off an old decrepit guy and smoked it with him?
Off an old decrepit guy with four-wheel drive?
Yeah.
I have.
Wow. Me too.
The worst.
By the way, I don't know if you guys have seen my Snapchat, but I can do backflips. And I have verification.
She can do backflips.
Like legit backflips.
She can also bum cigarettes off of old men in four-wheel drive.
And smoke them.
And she kicks dogs.
No, I do not. Shut up. I accidentally kicked a dog. He came running out of nowhere when I was on a swing. I didn't mean to kick him. I got upset after I got off the swing and I gave the dog a hug. And he loved me after that.
Adam's going to open the cutoff here with pocket fives. Peter makes a call with a jack six of spades in the button in position. And bottom's set for Adam on an all diamond board. Kind of an awkward spot to be in.
Standard Saturday night for Adam.
He's hoping his opponent has a big diamond. As it is, Peter's got middle pair and is drawing very thin.
King on the turn.
Now drawing officially dead.
Oh, split screen is everything.
Adam's gonna keep betting.
What's Peter calling with on the flop? Why is he calling?
Because Adam can have literally anything. And
he wants to see if he'll give up on the turn?
Yes.
Show some weakness?
Yeah. Here's the awkward spot. So
how many flop floaters are there out there?
Everyone floats flops. Once like that got like trendy like 10 years ago, everyone started like well, I'm just gonna say if you have two streets of aggression in you to prove it. At which then people countered with, okay, I'm gonna start having to airball two streets to show that I really do have it, even though no one ever has it. Even though every time they bet, they always have it.
It's not a door. Inner tube. Everyone gets in their inner tube and floats the flop. Floating on that river. To the river. JFK Stone says it's PG-13 tonight. JB Dart says, is that possible? No, it's not. Guaranteed. I warranty you. Number one, we get crazy.
Plastica!
Plastica, long time no see.
Hey.
Love you, girl.
Old school.
I know. I feel like we should have another Twitch game. That was an amazing game. Every single like regular in Twitch was in my game. And I got them all hammered.
Any of them are regular. I think they're all irregular.
I got them all hammered and gave them lots of food, and they had a glorious time.
was good times.
Aces Run decides to not straddle this hand. Maybe it was just one round. Peter knows better. He knows to put his cards on the reader.
Peter's gonna open up the King Jack suited here.
Everybody's folding.
And Peter put money in the pot, so that's everyone's cue to fold.
Adam's got 7.4K. Yeah, baby.
We love it, deep. Major Giggles would drive from Sac to Vegas for it. Yeah.
By the way, one of our oh, we'll talk about it after. We'll talk about it after. We'll put the link out after.
Adam's gonna open up the ace-5 here out of a middle position. I think it's 75 to go.
And Baldy, what's up? Welcome to the game. Got one callers. Peter, deuce 4 king. Adam picks up an inside straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Nothing for. Why is Peter getting 67%? Because his ace high is better.
The best hand.
I was just looking like Adam's got a lot of draws.
Like whose hand would you
And
rather
Peter
have on
has
this board? But like,
nothing.
yeah.
Peter's floating the flop, flippity float.
Peter raised?
Oh wow! I thought I saw him grab calling chips.
Yeah, flatting's just silly.
Jack on the turn.
Both players now have inside straight draws. Peter, of course, is best. He's also out ahead with his ace-10.
Now Adam slows down, and now Peter checks. Such an odd line, no?
It's very unique. Once you raise flop,
Yeah, you think you would continue.
if you're going to check back the turn, you should have some semblance of showdown value. As it is, Peter's not expecting to actually have the best hand here. He does.
Oh God, this hand just went.
And Adam's wondering, like, on King 4 deuce, you raised me with ace-10.
This hand just like was that girl that you pick up at the nightclub, and then the lights came on, and you're like, oh, what happened?
Usually tequila. Usually tequila.
It was such an odd line, and then just check on turn and river.
I would expect Peter to one thing, and he picks up equity on the turn because of an inside straight draw. Adam is fairly capped here on King 4 deuce as far as that, like he can have top, right? But that's about it. I mean, that's like where the top of his range is ace king.
So when Adam just calls on the flop, what's he expecting? What's his plan on the turn?
Hopefully pick up a spade, and or we have too much equity to fold. Inside straight draw, backdoor flush draw, an overcard.
Yeah,
Can't just fold.
No. Ghost of Vam, what's up? Nice to see you. Welcome to the show.
Peter won hand, but I would have expected him to double barrel.
Yes. Peter looks like he lifts things and puts them back down. Esh reaching for chips. Race to 50. TD.
I love it.
I love TD. I like anytime TD's 3-betting.
Now TD
210.
can 3-bet pretty wide, but TD also might be kind of attacking Esh's side. I think it's a really small open from Esh. And TD makes it 210 to go.
And Wolf likes to play.
Wolf likes flops.
Yes, and he likes when there's money in the pot. Woo! Here comes Wolf. Ace 4 suited. Let's do it, he said.
Spades. Spades and or an ace. What can I? Well, yeah, we could.
There's no God, remember, so we're just playing statistics right now.
So we should be seeing a pretty big 4-bet here from Esh. There you go, Ash. Grab some more white chips.
425. No, it's more than that. 520.
I'm gonna say it better be more than 425.
525.
5 1/4. I think Ash could have even gone larger there. TD's on operation, never mind. Action back on the wolf.
You know, that F it button, maybe that's already off. I mean, like, permanently on, and then the switch broke. And then he just doesn't care anymore.
I don't see how we continue here.
Challenge accepted. Who opened the door and let the sun in? Someone's burning our players. They don't look at the sun. What's Wolf thinking about here? And the thing is, he doesn't have a lot of chips. I mean, if he's thinking about like 5 betting this, he doesn't have enough chips.
Yeah, no, we can never jam like, with any fold equity here. We would not expect to have any fold equity.
That is true.
If our opponent has our
Wow. I like the kahunas on this one. I really do.
Oh, jeez. Inside straight draw, backdoor flush draw for the wolf.
That's not bad equity to have right now. Checks.
He's hoping Ash is going to check this back and then get a free turn card.
All in.
Ash jams it.
I mean, is it too good? Is it too good right now to fold? He's got less than a.
He's got about 900 back.
Yeah, less than 1K behind.
About 1,000 back.
Chief Wiggum, what's up? Nice to see you in the chat.
12 and 1,000. So you were getting like 2.5 to 1, 2.5 to 1. There's not 5.4K in the pot. I mean, there's only like when the all-in's only for 975, not for 4,100. So there's about 1,200 and change, 1,300 that went in free, plus another 1,000. So there's like 2,200 in there. It's gonna cost us 1,000 to call.
I really would like it if we had an effective all-in. You know what I mean?
Or what the real all-in is.
Yeah. Where did I see?
We're not getting the right price. We're just an overpair. The wolf will fold.
Jason Genova for life, what's up? Welcome to the chat, nice to see you. Ebo1016 says, love you, you're my poker crusher crush. Thank you. Sorry, Jake. Usually it's you, but tonight it's me.
It's always you. It's always you. Amphibinator. Hey.
Queen Poker, how much is a blue chip? You know how much a blue chip is. Whites are 100. Greens are always 25. Have you ever seen 25s not be green? I think I saw one. There's one place that has red 25s and green 5s, right? There's one place.
Limelight?
I think it's like somewhere local that has screwed up chips.
I think Limelight has like green dollars and red, or red dollars and green 5s.
Something weird.
It's so backwards. I don't even know. Anthony makes it 60 to go with King 10 off. TD's in a call with a pocket pair. Matt H is in a call with the suited connector, which somehow left the screen.
Right there.
Oh, sorry. Now I can see it. Aaron, the Wolf. Adams has been laid a hell of a price.
Finally,
How big do we 3-bet here?
finally a smash-up hand.
Versus this many
Bumper
limpers?
cars. This is what this is.
$240. Anthony can 4-bet or fold. Calling
Not great.
is not an option.
Yeah, not with King 10.
And I think this should be a cold fold. It is. It is. Now that TD is called, Matt might not be able to come along. Might be able to come along as well. How deep is Adam? Adam's pretty deep. Matt's deep. Matt cannot back raise, so we.
And the Wolf. Yep, there's a lot of money in this pot. And the Wolf's up F it button is officially pushed. I'm just saying.
It's live.
Yeah.
It's really, really real.
That's when you start to hit flops, is when the F it button gets hit. He's kind of steaming, I think. Or is this him normally?
He's on the steam pipe.
And a call. I like it. I like when a man gambles a little bit. Defending the big blind with honor.
And everyone's got about even equity here.
Poker. 4, 6, 9.
Open jam from the Wolf. It's his best play.
Open-ended.
And Adam's got to worry about TD being behind him. Mind you, TD called. Anthony's open. So he can't, it's hard for him to have like many overpairs he can hit. He might have 10s. I would expect TD to be 3-betting jacks most of the time. With ace king here and a player behind you, even if you're positive that TD will fold out better, which he probably would, TD would probably fold a hand like 9, like versus an all-in in the call. TD might fold a hand like 9-10, 9-8, so something like that.
Yeah.
But where are we at versus the Wolf there? And the Wolf takes it down with 8 high.
Well done, Wolf. The Wolf is bae.
The Wolf is. Jake Rosenbay. I love that.
Everyone, Ghost of M said Jake is bae. Jake Rosenbay. Sean McCormick, what's up? We were just talking about you. You're going to be in the Veronica and Friends in May, and so is the Jake.
Oh, Sean's playing that one too. Huh.
Because you're not doing commentary, so I was like, well, just be a nice friend.
No?
Nope.
Yeah.
Tyler and Train.
Which Tyler?
Why are they
Oh
putting
no,
Sunday
Tyler,
in here?
Taylor.
Taylor or Tyler, one of those two.
I have no idea.
Does it make a difference? Are they the same human to you almost, essentially? Matt looks like he's putting in a raise to 60 out of Matt. The Wolf's got chips now. Why not? Ash is playing. 3-way to a flop. 3-10 king. Ash just picked up a 10. Matt's got top pair. Top 2. Sorry, 2 pair. I'll figure it out eventually.
So Matt somehow ends up in the hijack here with king 3 suited and flops top and bottom pair. 190 in the pot. Matt's going to lead out about a third pot. Ash is gonna look him up here with the 10.
Oh, what a turn.
Matt gets counterfeited, makes Esh's hand. Matt should mostly be checking back here. We now lose to all other King X hands. Every 10, of course, now we lose to.
Great check. Oh, wow.
That's just a whole lot of goddamn 10s.
And can Matt feel that he's good here? I mean, more than likely he is. What are the odds of Esh having a 10?
Please check raise, Ash.
Is Matt
Ash
gonna,
looks like he had not planned on making quads. Like, I had no
like,
idea.
oh shit.
Shit. I hadn't thought about what. He bets 100 into 350.
The problem is Matt is so perceptive. It's hard to squeeze thin value out of Matt.
Matt's not folding. Matt's not folding.
I think there's a small part of him that may. The consideration is there. This is not a raise consideration. This is it's only $100. I have to call. I have to. Show me your 10. Yeah. And he knew it too. He knew it.
Yeah, Sean Matt is 500 to 1 favorite to call here. Like
Shut
Matt
up,
is
Sean!
never folding a king.
Shut up, Sean! You're not my stepdad.
Never.
Rantol, what's up? Nice to see you. Thank you for the love. Chubber, don't worry. Matt's doing fine. That's not that bad of a run bad.
It would have been more likely for Matt to bluff raise, which he's never doing, by the way. Let's establish that. Matt is never doing that, but like it's more likely for Matt to bluff raise to try to get Ash to fold a king than it is for Matt to fold a king. Matt's never folding a king. Not at that price.
Who's gonna fold a king at all?
Versus a raise.
From Esh? You think Esh will fold a king there, potentially? No.
Unlikely.
Who you have to play against like super net.
What's like the likelihood that like versus the options of let's say just versus raising and folding? What is more likely Matt to do there when being led into at that price? When there's 350 in the pot, Ashley's 100. What is the more likely option of the two? Between folding, not even calling. We all know he's always calling. But between the other two options, between folding and raising.
More than likely. No. Between folding and raising, he's not folding. So he's got to be raising if you're only giving me those two.
Which is what I said.
Okay.
That's my point. He's more likely to raise there than fold.
But obviously. Like, why are you pointing out obvious stuff?
He's never folding. Alex K15, what's up?
He's more likely to be dealt to than not. Come on.
In the head with someone hard.
Are you drinking both waters?
No.
Yeah, you are.
No, it's your water.
No,
Danny.
I haven't even drank it.
Really?
I haven't even opened one.
Where'd half that water go?
Let's see where the lipstick is. You've been drinking it.
No, I just
Smells dirty like you. I have not drank any water.
Look, I'm opening this one fresh. Look.
Yeah, so give it to me. This is yours.
The label on it. No.
Alex K15, what's up? Welcome to the game.
Gross.
I hope that turns into a meme. God damn it, I ruined my own life. I'm famous to 50 people on the internet. The interweb. Sean McCormick, you stop. Stop taking sides with Jake.
Ace 8-7. Mesh is gonna go ahead and continue through here with the 6-7. But it's 50. Matt's not gonna fold. He's got a pair.
Hello, Czilla. What's up? Thank you. It's my first day back on my new job. I got a raise, by the way. When I got fired and they rehired me, I got a raise.
Matt can't fold.
It's the Matt and S show tonight. 5 on the river. Changes nothing. Yes, they did send me to rehab. Thank you. Grab her booty bro says, what's up, Jake?
Hey. Is your chat like ahead of mine or something? No?
Probably.
I don't know.
Alex K is watching hockey and streaming Stones on his phone.
Have you ever been to live hockey? You grew up in Canada. Tell me you've been to live hockey.
Yes, obviously I have.
I didn't know.
Probably too much. It's cold in there.
It's wonderful. Live hockey. I've been to every major sport.
I think Americans love live hockey because it's like not as popular as it is in Canada, and when they go, they're like, wow. But we don't have NBA or even WNBA, so it's cool to go to an NBA game for me. Yeah. Jake drank all my water. Can you fire him?
Jesus. I love it.
You can go play now.
Sweet. No, but I've been to every major sport in the playoffs, and still nothing compares to hockey. Live hockey it's the nuts.
Go to a freaking soccer game in England.
I don't want to die.
That's insanely awesome.
No.
Grab her booty bro says, Veronica, you're awesome. We missed you. Aw, thank you. Glad I got my job back with a raise. Now I make more money than Jake. Are they paying you yet? Just giving you free meals, huh?
Limp pod until Paul takes his straddle, opens it up with here with pocket nines, takes it down.
You're bright 66. Yes, Toronto Raptors, but I lived in Edmonton. That was so far from me. So yeah, okay. And Vancouver used to have Golden Bears, or what were they? Some kind of grizzly bears. Grizzlies. Yeah, Vancouver had them, and they got moved to somewhere. Memphis Grizzlies. See, as you can tell, I'm not a big sports fan person.
Limp under the gun from the Wolf.
Currently a 5-10-20 game. We did have some straddles going on early on.
Lit pot.
Summer breezing. Good question. 6-7-8 on the flop.
And everyone's got a little bit of something. 2 pair for Paul. I'm sorry, no. Paul's got a top pair. Open in straight draw. Leads out. Aaron flops. Bottom pair. Open in straight draw. And the Wolf flops bottom pair. Open in straight draw as well.
Looking for nub in all the wrong places.
Everyone's got 1 pair in a straight draw.
Yep.
It goes bet, raise, action on the Wolf. Also, it's a backdoor club draw, mind you.
Yes. Now, Paul, it's just so hard being out of position with these kinds of hands. He calls. Five.
Disco. Everyone gets there. And everyone's like, just act normal. Just be cool. Just be cool. Half pot size lead here for Paul.
Aaron looks like he's asleep. He's wondering what to do. Is he gonna raise? Yep. Raise looks like 500. Maybe just a little over 500. 550. Pocket Silver says, LOL this hand. Yeah. I actually love watching when, I always say this, when people have the same hand. Yeah, you watch the dynamic. And then Paul's thinking, oh my gosh, does someone have a 9-10? It's the only hand that beats me. What are the odds that one of them has a 9-10? Yeah, all in, all in.
Chop it up.
Now we all know that they're stations. Just kidding. I'm kidding! You're not fun when you're sober.
I know, right? No.
You know, lonely men hang out at parks. Do you ever? With dogs.
I hang out with people that hang out at parks.
With lonely men.
Wasting everyone's time.
Clever Jerk says Twitch feeds are feast or famine.
3 live channels. What else do we get? Is it
I think no, Tuckman has a show tonight.
okay.
And Live at the Bike, I don't think Live at the Bike has anything today.
Is it the Bellagio now?
Ooh, I don't know. I thought there were Tuesdays and Thursdays, opposite days of us.
I don't know. Those are my drinking days.
You mean like today isn't?
I don't know. So what about you? Do you have any World Series plans?
Yeah, I'm gonna go do the ladies event.
Okay.
And I don't give a crap what they say about the ladies event. It's freaking bomb. It's awesome.
Did anyone say otherwise?
Yeah, like people are like, I hate playing all ladies events. Why? Why? We get an extra event and it's $1,000. And men have to pay $10,000 to get in. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I'll play the ladies event. I was thinking about doing the employees event. It just depends on the timing, right? I have an actual job, so depends on how many days it goes.
And you're finishing your masters.
And I'm finishing my masters, which ruins my life. Paul 3-bets, ace king in the small blind. Your range is so small, 3-betting in the small blind. I mean, it's like ace king or better.
I disagree.
Really?
Versus a button open, you should not be only 3-betting ace king or plus in the small blind.
Okay, in the big blind maybe, but not the small blind. Small blind to me is
No, you
just
should
like...
be 3-betting more of the small blind to get the overlay from the big blind. What do you mean?
King high flop. Paul connects with the world. I just think small blind is just... You just need such a tight range in a small blind.
Not versus a button open.
It depends on who the button open is. I would hate to have Matt on my right.
With a thing. All the more reason to 3-bet.
King on the turn.
What the hell happened on the flop? Check, check.
No. Paul let
Check
out.
back call.
Matt
Paul led
called.
and Matt floated? No way.
Yeah.
How do a check back call?
Now Paul checks. And now Matt's going to...
Matt would not have floated ace-8 on king, queen, 5.
You were talking to me. How do you expect me to keep track of everything? Check. Now Matt... Okay, so it was probably checked and then Matt led.
You had to go check back call, and now Matt's double barreling.
Clever Jerk 21 says, only recently started watching his channel as a tip from Brad Owen's vlog, and it's been great. Most realistic play from my live game experience. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Who is this his?
Clever
Jerk 21. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Summer Breezin says it's like kissing 1K bye-bye.
Matt, that's 360 here. With no equity.
Matt's gonna give up on this river. Matt's not gonna put... I will be surprised if Matt puts any more money on this river. I mean...
If Matt thinks that Paul can fold ace queen...
I guess you could check call with ace queen.
I don't think ace queen's ever folding this board. Just like never. Matt does not want to check back and just give away the $1,500 pot. But Matt also at some point has to recognize that there's just nothing that opponent is 3-betting out of the small blind. No, here it comes. And Matt, Matt shows it.
Med Student 91, we can't ask players to take off their hats. This isn't, there's no dress code for our show. I mean, it's just clothes. You gotta wear clothes. Why would we can't tell people to take off their hats. What do you think about that? There's a tournament at the bike where this med student wanted them to take off their hats. There's a tournament at the bike where they want players to have like no backpacks, no hoodies, no phone, no headphones, no sunglasses.
I could even put a ball cap. I mean,
no, I'm saying like, what do you think about that tournament?
I think that's fine.
I think if you establish the rules to your tournament, then you know going in, then you can't complain.
Make it a little more social. People aren't sitting there in like zombie mode with like the Beats headphones and the hoodie and the shit. You know, I mean, like.
You're swearing a lot. I think you're going to be fired tonight.
Oh man, I gotta stop doing that. Maybe if you quit pointing it out, I'd have a shot.
I'm just saying that, like,
anyhow.
How come I always get in trouble?
You are a dumpster fire, that's why.
Bigger Ultra, stop being a bad influence on the chat.
I thought Matt would have shut it down there.
That's what I said. I thought Matt was shutting it down. Thought no more money was going in. But you can't. You have no showdown value.
The opponent might. She's gonna check call 10, 3-bet, and then check call 10s. Check call 10s twice. Like, it's like the only hand we get to fold there. Like, and then otherwise we're trying to get Ace Queen to fold. And I just don't think Ace Queen's ever folding there.
The Wolf raises to 90 with a real hand this time in the big blind. He's been playing so wide. I just, poor guy gets Ace King and then everyone folds.
Because he 3-bet.
Shaq Spencer, 32. What's up? Welcome to the game. Oh, so people are asking about Harlan. Harlan's in the outside game. It's a 2-5 or a 5-10?
It's a pretty big 2-5.
It's a big 2-5. Cobra's in that game. Kathy's in the game. Mailman. Yeah, Betty. Mailman. Summer Breezin', Tuck isn't ignoring you. He's just mad at you because you guys went on that date and you stood him up. And
Chip Avalanche just played the tourney at Commerce. 100K guaranteed, got 180K.
Nice work.
Oh, the event did, not you. Wolf got kings.
Matt raises to 60 with King 6. Wolf's just thinking about how much to raise this. 250. 3-bet. Peter says, yes, I think I will oblige.
Peter's in the cold call.
Matt's getting out of there. Heads up. Peter's got Ace Queen.
Suited.
7, 8, 10. Peter picks up a backdoor flush draw. Still got Ace High. They're needling you in the chat. Jake, remember when you played in the game and got stacked by Brian?
I do.
We all do.
Thanks. I had forgot until now.
The Wolf bets 260. Half pot. Now Peter, the professional flop floater, decides, let it go. And he shows.
Wolf shows kings.
What do you think of that show?
I don't show.
I don't like it. I don't show.
Yeah, the Wolf plays so many hands. I mean, for him, it's one of the things where like, hey,
I'm not always
just so you guys, I'm not always.
I have a real hand this time, guys.
She'll try to get a few bluffs through now off in there of that show.
Lars asked me if I would French kiss you for 10 minutes on stream for money. There's not enough money. There's really not enough money. For either of us. Matt's putting in a race of 60. Ace King, under the gun +2. Peter looks like he's calling. Peter went to college, he's calling. Deuce 3 ace. Both flop top pair. Kappa Diesel says not enough money is a terrible response. I think it's an appropriate response. How about Kiss Mine? How's that response? 4 on the turn.
It's also a spade. It's probably gonna check.
Lars 12345 asked, "Where's my boyfriend Zach?" I was actually quite sad when I got here, and Zach wasn't in the game. Saddens me. He's my poker crush. Let's not call him my boyfriend. Peter bets 140. Gets called by Matt. And sees the bad news. And Peter's salad arrives. Ladies and gentlemen.
So, as you know, I'm not superstitious. I don't believe in.
So don't start the sentence that way.
Okay. But there's been an alarmingly high number of times, like when I order food, and then like especially like playing tournament poker or whatever like that, and then I immediately get pelted. I don't know.
So you're gonna get skinny.
Yes, couldn't you tell? Couldn't you tell? This has been going on forever.
Yeah.
And it's like I order food, and every time I'm like someone like, oh hey, does anyone like want service? And because like all our great servers here at Stone's, they'll come and check on us like regularly, and I'm just like, yeah, I do. Like let me order something, and then it crosses.
And you go like
it crosses my mind. I'm like,
salt.
It crosses my mind like every time I order food, I go bust, and I'm like, hey, and I'm like, it's not real. That's not real. That
You
can't
and
really
I,
happen.
you and
then
I
order
can't
food,
be friends anymore.
And then I go bust.
We can't be friends anymore.
Right.
You know our rules. We have
Nothing in the
friend
butt.
that too, but we have friend rules, and as soon as you show signs of superstition, you and I can't be friends. G top Tamal.
GTO optimal.
Yeah, whatever.
Game theory optimal. Rate 75 for the Jack 9 offer.
Esh calls. Pocket threes in the big blind. Do 6 ace. Check, check. 10 of diamonds on the turn.
It's gonna check through.
Check, check. 9.
Adam gets there. You're the worst.
Chip Avalanche says eating at the table absolutely takes your brain out of the game. Yeah, and your blood stops rushing to your brain and goes to your stomach, and that's why you make mistakes.
Kappa Diesel said would make out with Jake's blank for 8 figures. Someone loan me 8 figures. Wait, no.
Lars 12345 says Jake has cooties.
I wouldn't. No, I need the 8 figures. Yeah. Yeah. So no. Peter just put hot sauce on the salad. Yeah, that's the thing, guys.
Sriracha?
Yeah.
I'd try it. You ever had sriracha sex?
Stop. Stop. God.
That takes it down.
Still love.
It's sriracha sauce. That's what it is. They're like, no, it's not it's not sriracha sauce. It's something else. It's sriracha sauce. Peter digs sriracha on his salad.
So here's something that I've learned. About myself.
Oh, okay.
If I play poker every night or whatever till 3, 4 in the morning as usual, I can get a 2-3 hour power nap and still get up like early in the morning for work, right?
Yeah.
If I go to bed early or in a reasonable time, like midnight, and try to get in like a decent night's rest, it's like my body like recognizes that like, hey, we need to hey, we can actually get some REM in. And
you go in like hibernation mode?
Yes, I go
I remember once you were like sleeping at 9 p.m. and I thought you'd be partying. I was like, I'm up, let's go do something. You're like,
yeah.
And then you were done. You were done. Dying too?
My body is adjusted.
Your Fitbit thinks you're dying.
Yes. If I'm not trying to die, I don't know how to live. Ash has aces.
All we need is the wolf to have kings and it'll be fun. But it doesn't matter. The wolf will play.
Ash makes it 100 to go. Gets called in 3
Mini
spots.
And he puts the sunglasses on because it's real. 5-9 jack. Aaron picks up top pair. Esh still ahead with aces. On the button with aces. It's a beautiful thing.
435 in the pot.
Peter checks. Peter, sriracha salad eater. Bets 325.
I like the sizing.
Yeah, against 3 other players, I think it's good.
Yeah.
But the problem is that flop like totally hits your opponent's
Jam
range.
by Aaron.
That flop hits your opponent's range more than your range. It's like such a wet flop. It's a weird jam though, right?
If we're Ash, I don't think we can fold, but we can't love calling either.
Yeah, no. If you call, you hate it. He's probably
But
calling.
at this price, with this much money in the pot, we can never fold. We just call and hope he has Queen 10. It's almost as if Aaron's turning his hand into a bluff here, but he doesn't have a lot of fold equity back. I mean, at this price, our opponent's going to call off with all those overpairs.
Yeah. Does he? I mean, is he trying to get Esh to fold? Is that what he's trying to do? It's like such a hand protection play. I think no.
Well, yeah. I'm just trying.
Just weird.
He's not deep enough to get Esh ever to fold any better hands. Esh is never folding ace. I don't think Esh would even fold ace jack, let alone queens plus. In this case, he has aces. I don't think he's ever folding any of those hands. It's not a draw heavy board, which might make the call a little tougher. I mean, if there was a suit there, if there was like the 9-5 of spades, and then you're like, okay, you can have like Jack X of spades. He can have, flush draws. You can have straight draws.
You don't think Jack 9 is a draw, not a draw heavy?
Oh my Jesus Christ!
Oh no! Oh God!
Okay, so
Okay, but no. Let's just say most of the time someone does that to you, they have you beat with that board. With an overpair, and then you look like a donkey calling off with an overpair, marrying that hand.
At that price, it didn't count. I mean,
at the price, yeah. Besides the price. I know price is a big variable, but at the same time, how many people lose their freaking load with an overpair to a Jack 9 type of board that connects better with your opponent's range?
People overplaying overpairs in much bigger pots, like on that size pot, like that like I don't think that's overplaying.
I think it's an easy call because of the size of the pot, but a lot of times you're giving someone money because you're married to your overpair.
Yes. So This is sort of where I was going to be, like, maybe Aaron's a snug, a player on the tighter side of suicide. So then, like, what if he's going to go, like, okay, if he's shoving there, he knows I'm going to call him, so therefore he can only be doing this for value, so he has to have 2+ bluffs, like Jack 9 or a set of 5s.
Yeah.
I mean, that's narrowing it down, like, really, really tight.
Or he's been spanked so many times before that he's bruised.
He's damaged goods. We're all damaged goods.
We are all. You especially, but he is.
Yeah, did Esh level himself into thinking, like, okay, like, well, his sizing there, he can never be bluffing because I'm always calling with anything.
He leveled himself into folding. That's insane. Chip Avalanche.
I don't.
Dude is a dork. Easy Man 111 didn't like it. James Shurkus, you have you have to call for that price.
You
Fried, welcome to the chat.
You don't love it. You don't love calling there, but you. I don't think if you're gonna fold aces on Jack 9-5 Rainbow to or you're gonna fold overpairs on that board to any check raise there. That's so exploitable.
Esh knew Jack was coming on the river. Good fold.
Oh my God.
Chip Avalanche says he comes from the Broken Toy Factory. Yep. 5, 10, 20, ladies and gentlemen. The game's just starting to get juicy. Juicy.
I mean, if I'm an SGC, I'm not in love with, like, calling aces there. Because my opponent, like I said, there's not a ton. I mean, there's the Queen 10, the 10-8 draw.
You'd marry the 7. I'm just saying, on that flop, aces look like a 7.
Yeah. And I love her.
But I love her.
She's the one.
I don't care what you think.
So what about that one? Well, that's another one. TD makes it 75 to go with a 9-4. That's a lot of flop for TD. You know, when you open up the 9-4 of hearts on the button,
and then you flop top pair with a flush draw.
This kind of flops you squeeze one out too.
It feels like the nut flush draw.
It really does.
And
Wolf's got a pair.
Yep.
And that's a sexy turn. Now the problem for TD here, TD is blocking the draws. He's blocking hearts. There's straight draws, and he's got top pair with, like, the worst kicker, and now it's getting let into here. Or no, it's check call, check call.
We should really do commentary on Peter eating salad on the right-hand side of the screen there. Check to TD, right?
$7.25. And a snap call from the Wolf.
Wow.
Wow. The Wolf was right. He did have a busted flush draw. He just also happened to have a lot of goddamn 9s at the same time. GM Lou 70 says you cannot live in fear of sets. Want to be profitable in the long run. I mean, yeah, if you're going to fold every single check raise. You can't be afraid of losing money in this game. You're going to get out flopped. You're going to get turned. And we all know you're going to get rivered.
Are you talking about Omaha?
Open the 75 for match. TD is feeling it. I love the 3-bet here. We have 275 to go with large sizing. 275 to go with the 6-5 or 6-4. I'm sorry.
Playing his position.
Aaron folds ace king. Cole folds ace king.
That's just a little bit steaming right now. He calls.
How do we fold ace king?
3 deuce deuce. I don't know how you fold ace king here. I don't know how you don't raise with ace king. No? Or even just call.
If the Rock of Gibraltar, if the Nitty Nitville, he 3-bets, then it's a discussion. It's a debate. I don't think it's solid, but it's a debate. when TD 3-bets, mind you, like he's got 6-4 here. He's got 6 high. TD 3-betting is like the equivalent of another player like opening or even limping.
Yes. Sean McCormick, it's always no pineapple. Lucky Donkey, what's up?
You don't like pineapple?
Okay, so I always talk about this. I'm Polish. We don't put sweet stuff on our supper. I'm slowly getting used to it. I'm putting pear on my pizza.
How do you like? We don't put sweets on.
Freaking amazing.
Okay, it's pretty good, huh?
But I'm just saying, it's just weird.
Oh my god.
It's just weird.
Live a little, die a little.
I do. I'm dying a lot.
I'm more savory versus sweet as well, but don't give me this pineapple. Like, it's good.
It's like when you guys put sweet, you put ham or put your pineapple on your ham and at Thanksgiving. It's just weird. Just
there we go.
Weird stuff.
So it's a limp from Ash.
The Wolf's all in.
Open from TD, and the Wolf is going to jam $500 here. And a snap call from TD. TD says, let's flip it. A lot of equity for the Wolf. Pulls ahead. Pair 9's good.
TD says, I'll give you some action back. I like it when people are willing to give you some action.
If you ever want to get action, you have to get it.
Yeah.
You can't play,
Nitty. Nittiest knit from it.
And then wonder why your aces never get paid off. Or why every time you 3-bet, everyone just folds.
No Tam 1833, what's up? Welcome to the chat.
Supper, what are you, 80?
No, in Canada we say supper. You shut up, you Americans. It's pasta. Pasta. Pasta.
It's over. Peter did a number on that salad. Jesus Christ, see that thing?
Rick and Barstow, the whipped cream. Don't you worry, next time I'm in the booth with Justin, he's gonna get a pile of it in his pie hole. I'm gonna have a trigger on it, so I won't even have to use my finger. This is my imitation of me spraying whipped cream on Justin. Whipped cream. Everybody's limping. 4-way to a flop. Deuce 4 Jack.
Pair of deuces here for Peter.
Paul's
but he's
ahead
still
here.
behind Paul 6s, yeah.
If
Against this many opponents, though, I think Paul's probably just going to fold the 6s. Now Peter's bidding. He has a pair in TD bet. Good to go. TD. Sean McCormick. I'm Jesse Spano on drugs. Excited. Name that reference. I can't. I just can't. Jesse Spano. Who is that?
I have no idea. So
I'm too old and you're too Canadian?
Remember, you shouldn't ask a question unless you already know the answer. Lawyer it up. Hashtag.
No, he asked.
I know, but don't ask. Don't bring it up.
He knows the answer. I was asking you. I don't know the answer.
I don't know.
Don't look at me.
Saved by the Bell. The Brock 21 knew it too. I mean, you guys all watch TV. Sure. I got beaten by my poor parents. I'm just kidding, I didn't. By the way, I was surprised that you have had such a happy and wonderful childhood and you grew up so angry and dark.
Really?
To a flop.
Really?
The Wolf races to 40, Peter calls. 4, 7, 9, 2 spades. Wolf has a 9.
And more importantly, the king of spades. It's all in and a call. Queens. The ace queen, the ace of spades. That's what it looks like. Queens. Oh, wow. Overpaired, turn top set.
JFK stones, they did just get electricity in Canada. A polar bear used to take me to school.
So what do you mean? You had conversations with my family. Are you not surprised that at the other end of the tunnel?
Your mother's
like
loving and sweet and beautiful and kind and gave you the best childhood ever, and you're just a spoiled brat. Kindest woman I've ever met in my life, Jake's mother.
She made me go to church 3 times a week. Yeah, now say kindest woman ever. Now say that. Yeah.
She didn't know any better. She just wanted to leave you there so she could go like have fun. I'd leave you there too. Be like, Jesus wants you here. Mommy's gonna go.
Jesus wants you, 'cause God no mommy don't.
I feel like I need a coffee and talk.
Coffee sounds really good right now. Service.
Service! Live stream booth. No one loves us.
I see Mr. Darren Bradford out in the room making the rounds.
Service!
Good
Live
friend
stream
Darren.
booth. No one cares.
Nicole.
Nicole. Service. You want the service? Yeah. Can we have 2 espressos with hot milk?
Thanks,
in a
Rick.
cup? Thank you. No sugar. So these aren't our typical, like half the table isn't our typical 10-20 game. But do they all know each other? Are these like well-known players?
The table's fairly familiar with one and all.
So it's not like one person's showing up and they're all trying to figure out.
Trying to adjust and adapt.
Yeah. No.
Everyone knows each other. So, I mean, that might account and explain for some of the things that we've seen go on tonight where, like, you might think, like, someone took an odd line or a weird raise.
That fold.
Or
that fold that they
yeah. But these players all have a lot of experience with each other.
One thing that people don't understand.
Hand histories. Yeah.
NorCal is actually a small place. We kind of consider Reno, Tahoe, the Bay Area. All the poker players pretty much know each other. And all kind of
11, please.
linger around the same game.
In a 200-mile radius, I mean, we're all kind of like...
We're family.
Yeah. One to dysfunctional
We all spoon
family.
across the border.
As long as we're not forking each other, it's fine.
I haven't forked anyone in years.
Crickets. Speak for yourself.
Shaq Spencer's admiring Peter.
Admiring is what?
Peter's Peter. I don't know. Lamp pot. Whee. 10 deuce deuce. Paul loving his 7 deuce right now.
We're playing 7 deuce. And TD leads 85 with 8-6 on 10 deuce deuce. Matt never folding here, of course. And I don't even see Aaron can't fold either, really. At this price, I mean. Okay, all right, never mind. Like I don't know anything about.
I don't know life anymore. Adulting is hard.
Why, God? Why?
Because he doesn't love you.
5-baller. TD realizes he oopsied. Says never mind. Matt can't love his kicker. And Matt's worried about a kicker right now, let alone trips. And Matt thinks he might have just got lucky, and this is going to be bad news. $250, $300, but smaller. $125. Match on the price on all the 10s. I would have thought that Paul would have bet the turn. Just call from Paul. Unforking believable. That is
Shut
right.
the front door.
So on 10 deuce deuce 5, you can probably get call on the turn. I would expect Paul to bet there. on the turn. We can get calls from other 10x hands. We can get calls from now flush draws. New shooter in seat 4, the Wizard of Oz. In the game.
I'm gonna go to put something in the chat, and it's a friend of the show. And if you guys find somewhere in your heart to donate to a friend of Stone's, it would really help someone out. Someone like our stepdad. Wizard of Azan, inner circle in the hizzy.
Inner circle.
If there was a dark trifecta, there is.
The unholy trinity.
The unholy trinity, that is Ozzy, Jake, and V. Checked around. Graphics are catching up. Check, check on the turn or on the river.
And Paul's pocket 3s are going to hold here. Trevor, why doesn't he raise? I'm not sure. Like, I honestly, like, I think you should be betting the turn. Probably raising river. And we can't go like too nuts with our sizing there. I mean, I actually prefer betting turn more than raising river. Just to go like bet. Raising river, I think it's harder to get value from worse hands. I think you can get value from like Jack 10 and that's it. And even then, like Jack 10, like if you're sitting there with Jack 10 as Matt was, it's like, what am I really beating here? What is my opponent like overcalling the flop with? And then checking back turn raising river with it, I can beat you with top 2. It gets really, really, really narrow. I mean, some really awkward.
Are you talking about that last hand with threes? Okay.
Yeah. No, the threes with the trick deuces.
I thought you were going on a tangent about those threes, the check down. I'm like, they checked it down. TD raises to 75, gets a call out of Paul. So, in the small blind with ace king, you're beating TD's range. I mean, I don't mind the call.
I mind it because we're not 3-betting. That's why I mind it, and I hate it. I hate everything.
Jack 3-7 diamonds.
And now we have no diamonds.
Adam and TD both have diamonds. Paul with nothing. I mean, you're beating TD's range most of the time. Calling is okay. It's dangerous, but I think it's okay.
It's not okay.
That's why you're fish.
Okay. I mean, you can flat late position with ace king.
I think you flat early position versus a very loose player. Yeah, their range is so wide. You have their range beat.
So you 3-bet for value?
No. I'm talking about you flatting.
What?
Flatting in early position.
Oh my God.
All right, let's run this by Matt and Azan when we're done, okay? Let's run it by Matt and Azan. You don't think you're beating TD's?
Yeah. Yes, and you should be 3-betting because you're out of position. You're out of position.
But you still have his range beat. I think a flat is okay there.
Stop talking right now.
Okay, let's run it by Matt and Azan when we get out of the booth, okay?
Okay, versus optimal. What should you be doing there with ace king?
I'm not saying what you should. I'm saying what he did is not horrible. I'm saying it's not bad. He's beating his range. I don't hate it. I know you can't learn new things.
Oh, God.
You're like religion. You don't want to hear it. It's fine.
No. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna stop right now.
I know. You see red and you can't.
Oh, hey.
Yay!
Oh, sugar. Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you. It looks like it's hot chocolate, but it's not. But it is Christmas for us.
But it's better. It's coffee. 4 on the turn. Deuce on the river. We can't see Peter's hand here.
So So they've been through this before. They've done this dance. Peter bets 240. Adam calls. Peter's got the ace 3. Wow. Wow. Deuce on the river. Oopsie.
Oops.
And Adam laughs it off. He's like, what is going on in this game? Why am I not a millionaire yet? Lock the doors. Sean McCormick's ratting me out. This is all Bailey's. Oh my gosh, there's like 3 shots of espresso in here.
It's a lot of espresso.
It's almost Turkish. It's so strong. Have you had Turkish coffee?
I have not.
My heart palpated for a freaking week after 1 cup of Turkish coffee. Almost died. I swear to God. I swear to God. I almost died.
They're basically trying to decide how much was it.
Anthony limps in 4s. Adam now, out of the small blind, picks up pocket jacks. Just gonna open up the pot here. He's at 125 to go.
Vocal Terror, what's up? Ghost of M says, leave Veronica alone. And 1011er says, Jake looks like a Turkish. Jake's not funny today. He's not laughing at anything. He's angry, Jake.
Anthony makes a call.
Jack 4 on the flop. Nope. 633. 663.
Anthony's not folding yet. We know that. Sizing's gonna be key here. We have a UTG limping range. I did not limp 3-bet. But mostly it consists of pocket pairs, some suited connectors, mostly like pocket pairs, like 4, 5s, 6s, which are now highly unlikely, 7s, and that's about it.
6 on the turn. Now they both have boats. Now we wait. Doesn't change much. Vocal Terror says Mimosa Jake in the near future. Yes.
Adam bets 400.
Arnold LC, hello from Netherlands. Thank you for joining us.
Now, Anthony, I feel here has to be self-aware. His own range, like I said, is capped here. He limped under the gun and did not 3-bet, so you can forget any kind of big pairs here. So what's is the best hand he can have in his range? Like pocket 7s. He's two below that. So you gotta imagine, like, even if he calls here, any competent opponent can probably put a lot of pressure on him on river.
Good fold, but Adam's range, ace king, ace queen, he's still beating a lot of his range. That's the only thing I can think of, but he decides otherwise. No? He's not beating a lot of his range? No comment?
I think he's beating less of his range once Adam double barrels that board. When Adam double barrels a board that has 3 6s on it like that, then ace king, ace queen is so much less likely because people just don't like to fold boats. Even though they were like, hey, I have a pair of 7s. It's like they just think, oh, I got a full house, I got a boat.
Yeah,
fold.
in fact, it doesn't change anything with
really,
2 pairs.
Yeah, so I think it makes it less likely for our opponent to be double barreling out of position. So I think you take a lot of the ace king, ace queen hands out of there. You might have some. I mean, he's still gonna have that sometimes. I mean, he still can have ace king, ace queen. He can still double barrel some of those hands, with some frequency. But I think he's mostly gonna have pairs there.
Yes.
Mostly.
Yes.
Mainly because if you had ace king ace queen there, you'd be blocking your opponent's like floats. The hands that they would like float with.
If he had ace king ace queen there.
Well, it's harder for him to have ace king because when he didn't open it, he didn't like limp 3-bet.
Okay.
So I think 4 is usually.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't have ace king ace queen there.
Yeah.
He doesn't limp call with ace king ace queen there. But yeah.
I concur.
Peter might. Seen it. It's true. It's science. What's wrong with you today? I hate you sober, and you hate me sober.
Sober.
Mondays.
Fun buzzing. I don't know.
You hate me like most of the
Good
time.
fold being results oriented, but if you call on 6-4-6
It doesn't.
board, what does the 36 change? What changes is the number of hands, the range of hands that your opponent will fire 2 barrels on when the other 6 comes. Yes, it doesn't change whether or not forwards or ahead or already behind, but what it changes when your opponent will bet 2 streets on that board, the range of hands they have. Because that becomes, like I said, substantially narrower. If the turn was another card like a 10 or a jack, something like that, and your opponent bets again, now your opponent can still have more bluffs in it. On 6-6-6, I don't think your opponent, on 6-6-6-4, I think your opponent has less bluffs when betting
Look
2
at this
streets out
flop.
of position.
Look at this
That's
flop.
what happens.
Paul raises with pocket kings. TD calls, flops the world.
But by all means, Sean McCormick, call off with 4s there, Veronica and friends. Next week. Hey, Lon McCarron's in the room.
What?
There's Lon.
Oh my gosh, he's signing autographs. Mr. Lon McCarron, ladies and gentlemen, in the room, our poker room ambassador.
TD flops the show. Paul bet 75, and TD's gonna make it 2:45 to go.
Nat, what's up? Nat in the chat. Nice to see you. Miss you. Miss you on the show. 3 on the turn. TD, like, it's good to be TD. Your life is good.
With TD like you read about.
Hey! That's my crap. What are you doing? And then he knows he's gonna get great value out of like kings or not kings or queens, kings or aces.
Paul beats Queen 10, Jack 10, 9 10. He's not gonna fold for 530, he's gonna call it off. He's in a world of hurt. 1,700 in the pot. I would love to see TD make a very large. Our opponent has called 2 streets here. After getting raised, bet, and we should be betting big.
I think TD knows exactly where Paul is in this hand. And maybe he knows Paul can't let go of aces or kings here.
I think a larger bet sizing might look a little bit bluffier. And this is no shallow bet here. What do you bet? He bet 1,400 into 17. Almost a pot-sized bet. I definitely prefer this size over like betting like 900. If you would bet like 900 river, then I think the TD just doesn't have any bluffs with that sizing, and Paul can actually correctly can just fold kings and figure like, okay, he's got like queen jack or a hand like that.
Nat says, cheer up, Jake.
Nat Arish.
How come you don't listen to me? I said he's in the chat.
Nat's in the chat.
Hate you.
Nat's the best.
I hate you. You're the worst.
Nat is probably scoping this game like I can crush that soul, I can crush him.
I
crush him.
friggin'
I would
miss
definitely
Nat.
crush
Nat
him.
was my original love on the show, and then he stopped coming, and then Zach started showing up.
I'm just staring at Chris Novoselic on Matt's shirt. Sorry.
The Brock 21 says Jake is depressed.
Life happens.
I concur. Wow, he's really tanking here.
So we would expect, like, okay, if you're Paul here, we would, like, and you're thinking, okay, I would expect my opponent to be, like, checking most of my 10x and then, queen 10, 9 10, jack 10 type hands, and just hoping to God that it somehow accidentally ended up good. You gotta wonder, like, is our opponent good enough to turn one of those hands into a bluff still? and keep firing. If it is, then we can call. But
This is a tough spot. I'm not gonna lie.
do we think our opponent can take Jack 10,
And
raise, and then can just fire, knowing that a pair of jacks is never good?
TD.
TD's just sick enough to do that.
Yes. TD, yes. Someone else, no. That's why I think it's because it's TD. He's having such a hard time folding here. Wow.
Good fold,
wow.
Paul.
Damn, Daniel. Sick fold. Chip Avalanche says this is highly foldable. You know,
Good fold.
it is highly foldable looking from an outside perspective, but everyone sees these players that get like fall in love with overpairs and just spew off their load.
Yeah, like, so what would the chat be saying if TD had 9-10
Or
where he never
Jack
or
10.
Jack 10 where he knows that this one pair is never good,
Yeah, the chat would think.
but we're just gonna go like, oh, you have to call, it's TD, like what do you
Yeah,
can't
exactly.
ever fold. You know, we had 6-4 earlier and you re-raised and this, you know, like would we be saying the same things we couldn't see the cards?
Right? Yeah, no, they would not be saying that.
You know, hindsight's easy for all of us.
Damn right it is. That's why it's called hindsight. Easy is spelled hindsight.
That's hindsight, EASY. Raise 75. But like I said, there it goes. It was like we were talking about like why you should play hands, why you should have bluffs, why you should give people action sometimes. If TD would have got called off there, we could have easily, as a counter to like, oh well, it's TD, he can have a lot of hands there.
Yeah.
Like, if that was another player on you know the tighter side things, it's like it's a snap fold we never think twice about. As it is, it was a very good fold by Paul.
Yes.
But like if you ever want to get paid off in this hands when you have 10-8 and you flop the show, if you ever want to get paid off, you gotta have some bluffs on that board as well.
Yes.
You gotta work in like like bluff take Jack 10, 9, 10. In those hands I prefer to play as just calls because you have so much equity, you know, that play that way. But if you're gonna try to get called down, I mean overall you gotta have bluffs too. You can't just sit there and like play and nut pedal and then hope to get paid off.
It's super exploitable if you're just nut pedaling. No one wants to play against you anyway.
Hindsight.
EASY. Sriracha ketchup is the friggin' nuts. You know they make sriracha ketchup? I knew this like 9 months ago. Train just snapped it today. I'm like, where have you been? Everyone knows sriracha ketchup.
So Adam's at the aces here. He opens the pot. Peter makes a call out of the hijack with the 10-7, flops a pair. We can't fold yet. Lead for 105. Lead 105, call 105. 395 now, heading into the turn.
Ace on the turn.
And that's a lot of aces for Adam. Act normal. Act normal. Peter probably would have raised here. We're blocking most of the two-pair combinations here. He's got to bet, but probably can't be betting a lot here. I like Adam sizing, but I mean,
it's a little bit of the Adam and Peter show tonight, and you know we're getting paired up combinations here. I kind of feel like having a beer.
I'm friends with one of the servers. We should see if we can hook it up.
She can put it in like a coffee cup, right? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding for the people that own Stones.
You can put it in whenever she wants.
Right? That's what she said.
And what else is new? Ozzy's on the streaming, so he's card dead.
Peter's putting in a limp. Put it in limp, Peter. 75. I like me some Esh.
It's something that should be like a t-shirt or a bumper sticker or like a slogan. Like, if you wouldn't do it in the bedroom, you shouldn't do it at the poker table. Don't limp. Just don't. Like, raise it.
I love it.
Get aggressive. Have a safe word. Which, by the way, harder, not a good
not
safe
a good
word.
safe
Not
word,
a good
yeah.
safe word. Phew.
Wow. I guess we're switching roles tonight.
King 5-3, 2 clubs. Paul flops top pair. Peter bottom 2. Peter turns a lot of boat. And now Paul says, well, after this shit check through, King Queen's got to be good. Am I right? Am I right? He bets 125. I'm surprised that Peter checked back the 5-3.
Are you?
No. No.
We all know our Peter. Peter, sriracha salad eater. And checks again. Yes, I have the boat.
Ace comes off. Generally a good a good bet here by Paul. King Queen on this board, the way this was played out, should be pretty good. We gotta worry about like losing the ace X of clubs, but that probably would have been the flop. Snap fold by Paul. Pretty easy bet fold spot. Peter. So we can agree, Peter should be racing flop there.
Yes. Yeah.
Only when he gets paid off.
Yes.
Then we can rep like busted clubs on like all streets.
It would be so atypical of him, though.
I know.
And then it would get alarm bells ringing on everyone else. It's like the guy who limps his entire range and then raises or 3-bets the first time ever. You know.
Yeah.
You know, man.
I know, man. Ash opens it up.
You know what your problem is?
Low blood alcohol content.
That's probably it.
Raised in a religiously oppressive household. It's raised to 75. Anthony's just going to call the ace queen. And Matt says, kick rocks, I got a pair.
280, looks like. 180. No. That looks like 280. Yeah.
280. Ash can't call, but Anthony's hand, ace queen suited. Ash is reaching for calling chips. Anthony's somewhat under-repped here. Anthony's watching the stream, if you don't notice.
Why wouldn't he? On a napkin, nonetheless.
In case it gets messy.
Yeah. It tends to. I think they're all expecting more messiness, but it's been a quiet evening for us tonight. Besides eating our moist muffins. No one gets that reference. Sean McCormick might.
Wow, Ash comes back and puts in a 4-bet with the deuces.
Whee! Buckle up. I love this.
I like it better than flatting.
Yes.
I thought I should be folding the ducks.
This feels like a world of hurt right now with tens.
I'm lying. I probably would have flatted. I'm the worst. I love calling out of position and hating life. Matt's now going to call. If neither player flops a set here, Ash is probably going to lead and take down this pot.
9-6-4.
Matt still has the open pair, but how many worse hands does he think that Esh is really 4-betting pre out of position?
Esh has
Maybe ace king?
Esh has to put this into turbo. Like he can't slow down right now. He has to make the appearance of a huge pair.
Now in theory though, cold folding tens here is just so
on this board.
Yeah, but mind you, where are we really putting Ashes? I would never in a million years
put him on deuces?
Included deuces through everything. I mean, deuces in the 4-betting range was not in the 4-betting range. That's 1100.
That's about it.
I think Matt's gonna fold.
Matt's a sick human with sick reads if he doesn't fold this.
This does not feel like a bluff. This does not look like a bluff. The numbers don't make it look like a bluff. This is like
almost a pot-sized bet.
Queens, kings, aces.
And mind you, part of Matt being willing to call, okay, so Matt's got an idea. He's going to have some ace, king, ace, queen maybe in his 4-betting range.
Was he just calling to set mine here?
Well, also, not even just that, like,
Wow.
we also saw Esh earlier 3-bet, and then with ace, king, and then just like when he didn't flop a pair, just kind of go into kind of shutdown mode and check.
Yeah.
So part of Matt's thing, like, okay, look, he's gonna have some better pairs, jacks plus. So you're naming probably queen and queens plus, and then he might also have some ace, king, ace, queen there as well.
Yeah.
As me working a couple other bluffs. And Matt's like, okay, depending on what he does on the flop on the board texture, will be whether or not I continue. You know, if it comes down that same board and Esh bets small or checks, it's a whole different story, of course. Now the question is, I mean, what does Matt do with his hand if Esh checks? Does he think Esh is going to check call ace king, ace queen?
I mean, for me, if Esh checks, I would think ace king, ace queen, something within that range-ish. No?
Yes, I would tend to agree.
You know what? You just hate agreeing with me so much that even when you agree, you just turn and look away because you don't want to say it. But if you disagree, you spaz.
I was looking for an argument.
I know.
Damn it.
Sean McCormick's Snapchatting me. If anyone wants to follow me on Snap, it's Veronica Starr with 2 R's, one word.
No Tam 1833 says, do you bet with a set if you flop a set? If Esh flops a set, yes, you definitely bet.
Waste muffins.
Because you're expecting your opponent after he 3-bets calls a 4-bet to have a lot of bigger pairs. And so if you flop a set, if the flop comes down like, you know, I mean, that same board comes down like 9-6 deuce and Esh flops a set, you definitely bet. Because you're not expecting your opponent to be able to fold a lot of overpairs. But you got to be careful with your sizing. You got to lay your opponent a pretty good price where you can't ever justify. No, you don't bet pot. No, you do not bet pot. You bet smaller because you're trying to lay your opponent where to make sure he's gonna call with all of us because he doesn't have there's no 5 bets. He doesn't have, probably doesn't have aces or kings, but he's probably gonna have mostly pairs and some ace kings. So you want to lay your opponent a pretty good price to call with all those hands. If you do flop a set, if he came down like 9-6 deuce, you can't check. Because your opponent's going to be checking back most everything. After you 4-bet and he called the 4-bet, he's going to check back most everything. Ash has kings now.
You just noticed?
Yeah, I know.
We were all waiting for your
went on a
rant to
tangent.
finish. Yeah.
Eldar, yes!
Oh, Ziberju! Bring in Ziberju!
I concur. I think the bet was a little bit large. No, it was what he should accomplish there. He wants Matt to fold. He has deuces. He can't be in love with him. If Matt calls it like, with anything there, he's never ahead. I mean, like he can beat Ace King, and like that's it. But I think Ace King's floating there just for shits and giggles. I mean, he wants to fold, so he's gonna like err a little larger on its sizing. The other thing, though, you balance that out though by making the same sizing with aces there, because the thing that your opponent's getting called off with kings, queens, sometimes jacks and
What Jake
tens.
is saying was that was the most well-played pair of deuces he's ever seen in that spot.
Yeah, I mean that's a shorter way to say it, where I can just like run it out for a while.
Yeah, for the next 3 hours. It's so hard being your friend.
Is it though?
I have to commit
It's
a
not
lot of time to
convenient.
listening to you talk about poker. And that's why I drink. And that's why I drink. Eldar, we love and miss you. Although I can't miss you because I've never seen you. You say you're going to come up and play in our game, but you don't. Paul races to 60 pocket jacks. This game's getting feisty, a lot of pushback. And Adam's pushing back in the big blind, putting in a raise. Looked like a nice sized raise. I saw some white chips, 225. Peter's getting out of the way.
No,
Paul's got position.
This is the same spot. I probably.
Paul's got position. He calls. He says, okay, I'm reloaded.
You wait about 20 minutes when that deuces hand makes a stream and people are watching this and like, oh my god, you had deuces in that spot. This game's gonna get. I mean, you think it's out of luck now?
Yeah.
Watch it really jump up a notch.
Adam flops top pair. Paul still with jacks.
Should be checking. I don't like it.
He's c-betting.
I don't like it.
Now we watched
And
Paul
I am
fold.
very surprised to see Paul get a call from Paul here.
We watched Paul fold kings in a very awkward spot. He's kind of, I think he's floating this just to see if Adam will shut down on the turn. I don't know.
Adam has not been egregious all game. He 3-bet out of the blind and c-bet an ace-high board. Check.
Shaq Spencer 32, well played. He says Eldar is not hanging out with hashtag King or the Kardashians today. 10 on the turn. Or river, pardon me, river.
Check. Ace is good. I don't like the flop play from either player, and I'm just gonna say I think it's just not no bueno. Like there should be really not a lot of worse hands. We 3-bet out of the blind, so it's if you're Adam, where there's a worse ace is never calling you. You shouldn't have very many worse aces, right? But after he goes check, you might be able to get value on 2 later streets after he goes check on the flop. I think he's very fortunate. He did get 1 street of value on the flop after like leading there after 3-betting on, and then it came like so raggedy with ace-6.
Yes.
Unless you're trying to like stay consistent, like, hey, I'm always going to c-bet my entire range heads up in a 3-bet pot.
I think that might have been it.
That's it. Like,
Because
hey,
if you're-
I was the aggressor. I'm going to have to c-bet here.
I think people expect that. And I think a lot of people play that c-betting almost their entire range there.
Jesus Christ. Okay, speaking of hash, did you see there was on Twitter, someone posted it was like on like one of those like world star hip hop videos, and hashtag King's in one of those videos, like cursing out some like 2 restaurant owners.
Yeah, hashtag King curses out everyone. He's crazy, but he's so good. There's no one that can promote themselves better than hashtag King in the most negative way ever.
It was so.
Although, like, if you think about it, there might not be anything. There's no such thing as bad publicity, so that's how hashtag King lives. I like it. I'm a fan.
I think the fool is on the verge of getting like banned out of like, every card room in the country.
Matt raises to 60, gets 3 callers. Adam checks around. Queen on the turn. Matt now picks up queen. Matt still checks. River's a 9, pairs the board. Adam's got a 9. Do you now put money in the spot? Squeeze something out, trying to get money out of a king or a queen. Look, so I kind of get what hashtag King is doing. I kind of get it. He's self-promoting. He's not doing it in the best way possible, but it's the only way he knows. If you follow him on Snap, which I do, you know that he's very much about being the most popular player. And popularity is gained by either being a great, like top poker player, or either being mischievous and crazy. Something.
Which one are you doing?
I'm a blonde. It's different for me. It's easier. But I'm popular for like 50 people. And I don't want to get kicked out of casinos to gain popularity.
Yeah, I
think a lot of it is for show. I don't think he's really that bad. I think a lot of it's for show. Big Fishing Poker says, I feel gross whenever his name is spoken about. You know what? But everyone's talking about him. His life is the Maury Povich of life. He's in a real life Maury Povich show.
It's at some point in the future, I feel like I'll have to apologize that he was like one of our speed. Like, hey, like aliens will come visit the planet. I'll be like, all right, so I apologize because there's this guy, and like we're not all like this. Like, just no.
I think like it's his thing. It's his thing.
All right, you get it. I don't want to get it. If I ever get to a point in my life where I'm like justifying, rationalizing that kind of behavior,
getting kicked off of every single poker show and getting kicked out of every single casino is his thing. Eventually, he'll have nowhere else to go. But
I immediately regret bringing this guy up. I think it gives poker bad look. And people, yeah.
He does. I mean, he doesn't. One person can't give all of poker a bad look. Chris Moneymaker makes poker look amazing. Daniel Negrano makes poker look amazing. Everyone can see through it. Come on. We're not that, like, no one looks at #King and says that's poker. Come on now. Come on now. Is this a game or is this practice? Is this a game? Are we talking about a game or are we talking about practice? Talking about practice.
You have him over for dinner. You have
No, because then he'll
No.
kick me out of my own house and like burn it down and stuff and yell at me and tell me my meatballs are horrible.
Azan makes it 60 to go. TD opening a straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Ozzy with the under pair, but the only pair in this hand. Should go check. It does.
3 on the turn.
TD's probably gonna lead now.
Bum Hunter says Allen Iverson on point. Yep.
It's too late.
Shaq Spencer says huge Veronica's Bay. Damn right I am. Big Fish Poker. You two are better than this.
You've never been drinking with us.
You don't even know the shenanigans that we do. Let's just tell everyone. Jake and I smoked a cigarette. It's like, I've taken like one puff of a cigarette in my life before. And then I bummed a cigarette off some old guy and smoked it with Jake.
He was in 4-wheel drive.
He was like this old decrepit man. It was hilarious. Poor guy. Probably used all of his like senior retirement money for that cigarette. Marlboros are better than Canadian cigarettes because that one Canadian cigarette made me barf. Make it don't. Adam raises to 75.
Hey there, Bob. We lost audio.
Oh,
I got
there it.
We're back.
We're okay. We're not going to burn this place down.
TD 3-bet out of the hijack, yes? Or I'm sorry, out of the big one. No, he calls.
Shaq Spencer 32. Story checks out. Seb Black, what's up? Seb Black, Hugh, what a day crunching analytics.
Adam gets there.
Who is that?
TD Rivers top on an all heart board. Effectively.
It's called gross.
And buckle up your seats, ladies and gentlemen, because we got some fresh blood coming here in seat 1.
Do you know who it is?
I do.
Is that why you're telling us to buckle up our seats? Woo! I'm so excited.
The one, the only, HK Killer.
Oh, yes. Okay. Love it.
It's gross, but just a little gross. $100 gross.
$5, $10, $20. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, hit the heart. Follow us. We'll tell you when we go live every Wednesday and Monday. Peter reaching for chips. Race 85.
I'm surprised players aren't lining up to take seat 1 right now. Oh, there goes Anthony. Anthony's going to take seat 1.
Harlan in the game, ladies and gentlemen. We love it.
Harlan crushes. It's like to the point where like it's not even real.
He is a crusher.
Not even real.
And a really nice guy, I have to say. Got to know Harlan a little bit last few months.
Genuinely good human being.
Very good human being.
Hell of an athlete. Hell of an athlete.
Look at him.
It's like if Mike D'Antoni had manners. I'm sorry, I'm just attacking people. I probably shouldn't be saying this.
You're probably one of the most horrible human beings I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, I'm not a great human.
Your mother thinks you are.
Aw, pinches my cheek, tells me how handsome I am.
I love the way she scolds you. Jake, stop! She's so sweet. How did she deal with you?
We balance each
Alcohol.
other. We balance, yeah, alcohol. No, she is a booze hound.
If you were my son, I would be in the grave from alcoholism. Harlan raises, and we love it. A7, TD knows.
Savage Medic, it is a table stakes game. So right now you can buy in up to the largest stack at the table, which I believe is just around 8-9K, somewhere in that window. Harlan wastes no time getting to work. Makes it 60 to go with the A7. TD says, I'll see that and then some. Makes it 185 to go with the Jack 9 off. Harlan and TD have a lot of experience with each other.
Yeah, I like the little pushback. Does this shirt say "Come at me, bro"? I mean, when you wear that shirt, what do you expect? I love it. I love the dynamic
Here we
between those
go.
two. Yes.
Your mother wears combat boots. Yes. 5, 10, 20, unlimited hold'em. We love it.
5, 10, 20.
That
No
is-
boundaries.
Your
Hold
mother's
them.
Snubble or Midnight Movie. That is Short Circuit.
Yes, I love Short Circuit.
There we go.
That was a fun. I love 80s movies because they actually had to rely on a plot.
Yeah.
Although all my favorite 80s movies are a little corny.
Because they're all 80s movies. It's like 80s music. It's all corny.
Oh, I love 80s music. 80s
know.
for the ladies.
Peter's gonna limp in here. Harlan's gonna over limp.
Everybody limps. Ozzy puts in a raise.
110 to go.
Adam says, let's have fun.
4-way action here. This was not Ozzy's plan.
4-9 queen.
Ozzy's plan also did not entail the flop coming down Queen 9-4. Now, the player he's really got to focus on here is Adam. Adam's the player who called out of the big blind. All the other players you can assign on kind of a limping range too, which is going to miss a lot of this board. If you're expecting to have mostly playing pairs and city connectors, they're not really going to smash Queen 9-4 that hard. But the player that called here, Adam, is the player that you really want to get by. So Ozzy, when he bets here, when you see betting Ace Jack, he's really kind of thinking, okay, I'm really kind of playing just heads up here. If I can get by this one guy, I can get it through. Most of the time.
8 on the turn.
Unless it was a set of fours. As it is, Adam does have a pair, and he's one player who did call him. Ozzy picks up an inside straight draw.
And checks.
Adam should be checking back here as well, I feel. He does. River 5, not a lot Ozzy can do with that card. He's going to concede one pair. Yeah, the Queen 9-4, I mean, that's really the only range that really hits is Adams, unless the limpers there, they flop, a set, really a set of fours. Sometimes they might limp some Jack 10 offsuit, which connects there. But even that is harder to have that because we have a Jack in our hand, but we are ahead of the Jack 10 and the 10-8. So we're multi-way out of position against 3 players, but really it's kind of a heads up. It's a heads up street. Okay,
You're the poker version of my father.
Really?
Okay, someone made a reference to an 80s movie and you were talking and I couldn't, anyway.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? What?
Well, 80s was the era. It was the era. Oh, why is Peter leaving? Peter, you don't come to the stream and then leave.
He says your money's on the dresser. I'm done with you.
Not to me, he didn't. He wouldn't leave me.
Harlan.
So this is funny because Harlan's range is so wide. I love that he's got ace king here.
Now, the action tracker shows that it was Paul who 3-bet here. I believe it was Anthony, if I'm not mistaken. I believe Anthony put in the 3-bet here to 250. I didn't get a chance to see what he had. We're going to back up the action here. I'd love to see Harlan 4-bet. He does. Makes it 675 to go. Ace King versus Ace King. Both players, I'm blocking aces, I'm blocking kings. Of course, we know that that doesn't mean that they can't have, that just less likely. If Anthony thinks that Harlan's capable of 4-bet folding queens or any other hand that might be in his 4-betting range, we can 5-bet like jam here. Well, I mean, we're too deep to jam, never mind. We can 5-bet. I prefer to think mostly that you can see Anthony flat here. I think the flatting the ace king here versus a 4-bet is a standard play. No, there's the 5-bet.
I love this game.
Welcome to poker.
We've seen in other spots the ace king get folded, and then here we're getting 4
I
and
love
5
Harlan's
bets.
4-bet, and I think I might be a little bit in love with the 5-bet too.
You want to marry that 5-bet.
More bets, always more bets.
I love how deep we play here at Stones. People like in LA, they're capped at like 100 big blinds. A lot of times you won't see the 5-bet, the 6-bet, but 6-bet Jesus is real.
No TAM 1833. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to check us out Monday. We'll be streaming again. Click the heart button, get notified.
Trav Rake says, look at the awesome phone game. Yeah. Oh yeah, we can see it from here. Oh wow, Harlan folds. Gets through. Well played.
I just haven't done much study work with 6-bets. Like, usually by the time it gets to the 4-bet, I'm usually all in.
Hold an online course in 5-bet and 6-betting
Yeah.
at Stones. Jake's got a clinic going this Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. 5-betting and 6-betting with the best of it.
Free prostate exams afterwards. Oh, wrong clinic, wrong clinic. Harlan.
No Skills Poker says 4-bet fold ace king. Shake my head, no.
It's tough, I mean, because, like, here's the thing, like, in poker, most players don't have a 5-betting range that doesn't have aces or kings in it.
Yeah.
Specifically. Like, specifically aces or kings. Most players, once it gets up to 4-bets, they start tentatively flatting. Like, so that's why the standard play, like, most players just kind of, like, flat there. Queen, jacks,
Yeah.
queens, ace, king, hands like that. They don't just 5-bet. Most players don't have a 5-bet semi-bluff range. They have value 5-bet ranges, and that's it. So when you're sitting there, Harlan, like Jesus Christ, like this guy
Actually has me beat.
actually
Crushed.
might actually have it. Once again, if Anthony has aces there or kings, we're immediately just like, Harlan's the man, he's the show, he's the wizard. How does he even do that? You know, the greatest poker player of all time. He's got the same hand, and people are like, oh my god, how do you 4-bet and then fold? And I just don't think it's the case. You know, players, I generally don't, my knee-jerk reaction to most players is they don't generally have a 5-bet bluff or 5-bet semi-bluff range.
It's kind of like most players don't have their bluff raise or bluff shove on the river.
Yeah, exactly.
Not bluff shove, but bluff reshove or re-raise.
Yeah.
Or raise or something.
Yeah.
No?
I agree.
I saw actually once I saw someone do that in the live at the bike, and I was like, sick! No one does that.
I mean, you got to really. The other thing is, you got to really assign your opponent a specifically higher competency level to be able to do that. Because the worst
Or
thing.
they're drunk.
Or they're drunk.
the more standard fish, the worse they are. You think they are a poker, the less likely they are to be bluffing. So I mean, the better they are, the more likely they are to actually still be smart enough to know that they have to balance out their pre-flop range. They got to have some bluffs there.
Yes.
And Ace King's probably the only hand you can do it with.
That's Ace King's probably the lowest end of that range.
Well, no, it's reserved for bluffs.
Oh.
Not the entire range, but to have a 5-bet bluff. It's only Ace King, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because you're blocking aces and kings.
Yes.
That's it.
I mean, I'd do it with Ace Jack, but no, I wouldn't.
Yeah. Why is this on in 2 seats at once? Because he's that goddamn good. Because he gets such crappy cards, he figures if he plays out of 2 seats.
Yeah, keeps moving and then he'll eventually get good cards. Jiggy Punk, what's up? Nice to see you. Shaq Spencer.
I hate College 209. Welcome.
Waprai, can you text me, please? Waprai's so funny. He has my phone number and he still messages me on Twitter like we don't have each other's numbers. I think it's funny when people do that.
No, I do that. Like someone will message me on Facebook, Twitter is one of those things, and then I'll text them back the answer just to remind them, hey, dude, we
have each other's phone numbers.
It's really but you and I will have conversations back and forth over Snapchat or even Twitter.
Yeah, because the texting gets massive. It's easier when it just doesn't eat up all of my. Well, it doesn't eat up my data, but
no. But sometimes the conversation starts via one outlet.
Especially, yeah.
Glass of water?
I'm a social media whore. I have conversations everywhere, but I always feel like the people that know me will just text me.
Not the coffee.
Here, you can have the rest of mine. I can't drink it all. I have to go to sleep.
Well, that's the best part. I don't.
Yeah, you don't sleep.
My body if I can just stay in that kind of light balance of almost conscious, 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot,
I know. I get it. I get you, man.
River.
I get you.
I was just gonna ask.
That's what she said.
We got an open and now a 3-bet here. Open in early position to 85 from Adam. Esh makes a call, and Anthony. This game just got real. Anthony makes it 3-10 to go with the King 10 of diamonds, and Adam calls King 10. What's the history here between these guys where Anthony knows that, hey, Adam's that light in early position, and Esh is priced in. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
3-way, 3-bet pot.
I can see the
$1,000
3-bet. Oh my gosh, this is just gonna get crazy.
And both Adam and Anthony flop top
I can
pair.
see Anthony's 3-bet, but Adam just calling, just flatting there.
Sometimes you have $310 too money in your life. like your stacks are all even except that $310
Yeah, and you're I just need to get rid of this. It's unlucky. It's unlucky. Russ Demon 79, what's up? True Gordy. They call you True Gordy. Checked around. Well, Anthony checked. Sorry, Adam.
Russ Demon 79. True Gordy. I don't know.
Adam reaches for chips.
Adam bets 470. Adam's gonna lead 475. No, Anthony checked. Sorry, Anthony 3-bet the small blind.
Yeah, Anthony.
Anthony 3-bet small blind checks. Adam bets 475.
Now, if you're Anthony, you let it go at this point? How do you flop? You 3-bet, flop top pair, and then what do? You let it go? And Adam's range is capped, right? He doesn't have a huge overpair because he just called pre-flop.
He can still have jacks, queens. Probably doesn't have kings or aces.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we're being too good of a price here to fold.
Deuce on the turn doesn't change anything.
If you're Adam here, 3-bet check call. Where's our opponent at here? We would expect our opponent to be betting most of his overpairs, which we're not going to get to fold. So I don't like betting here. Unless we can think we can get value from draws, like some other, like weird, like 4 or 5 of clubs, hands like that, 5, 6 clubs, 6, 7 clubs, 7, 8, 9, any combo draws. But even then, those hands might bet flop anyhow. And they're going to have a ton of equity against our hand. It's a weird spot for both players, and I don't...
So sick. 6 on the
Club
river.
gets there.
That'll slow down some action.
Check, check. And I think the entire table is going to be surprised when they see what's happening here.
That they have a sickness that can't be cured.
Jesus
How
Christ.
big? 3.4K pot with king 10s.
Right?
Right?
I'm not in love with the turn bet by Adam. The turn call from
you are.
Anthony is sick.
But you are.
It's sick to call a check call king
It
10.
is sick. Lock the doors.
You can't fold a flop.
Lock the doors. This game is just starting to get good.
When you're three betting, Anthony's pre-flop play, 3-betting the king 10, I think is fine. Adam flatting it, I think is rather ambitious. Then the awkward spot is when they both flop top pair. Anthony's not going to really, like, hey, we can't fold here, but if they lead, what am I really getting value from? I'm mostly only called by worst. Yes, there are a lot of draws there, but in a 3-bet pot, and we're going to have less of those hands. In a single open pot, we can get value from the ton. We're always opening, betting a single open pot on that board. We're probably betting pretty large. In a 3-bet pot, it's less likely for an opponent to have, as many of those combinations of hands.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of in a weird spot on Anthony, and if you're Adam, when you're betting there, you're almost like turning your hand into a bluff in a weird spot. Almost-ish.
Almost.
I don't know. I can't, I try to mostly avoid putting myself in those type of spots, so I haven't done...
She said, but I don't believe you.
Yeah, you're right, but...
Because I always get texts from you right after those spots happen.
But there's a method to my madness in those spots. I'm never I had top pair and I thought I could, squeeze out the finish of value versus the 6 possible combo draws. No one's checking back there. I try not to find myself in too many spots with king 10. On 10-high boards and 3-bet pots.
Mornley, I don't know what you're talking about. Good buzzword. Speaking of #King, he's Snapchatting me right now.
Is he really? Mm-hmm. Probably talking the shit.
No.
He's probably who's that big, bearded, beautiful bastard that you're with?
Yes.
It's open to 75 from Harlan with the Queen Jack, then call from Adam. And Troy, our new shooter in seat 4. Welcome to the game, Troy. Disco. Harlan turns the show. We can't see Troy's holding right now. He's got his cards off the reader. I haven't seen Troy play the stream before. I think I played some 2-5 with him. I haven't seen him play on the stream before. So there. Dealer's gonna coach him up, get him to put this card on the stream. Bet 275 call. Rivers Brick. Harlan has the stone cold nuts. Troy's gonna check it over to him. There's 1K in the pot. How much is Harlan value bet here? Can't get any love.
I haven't seen Troy before.
I think it's his first time on the stream. It's definitely as far as I can recognize him. If he's going by all the same names, I think it's definitely the first time he's been on the stream and I've been commentating.
1 minute last place. #Veronica Big Beard Bastard. That's basically smashing up the two of us in one hashtag.
Yeah, I feel it.
You know what? Sobriety is. I hate you sober. I do. You're really hard to talk
Oh
to.
my god! But then you'll complain about me like when I'm like.
I just complain about you all the time. Doesn't matter.
And yet we're best friends.
I don't know how.
Against all odds. Life finds a way, as Jeff Goldblum would say.
It's because you're actually good at karaoke. Karaoke.
Wait.
Jeremy spoke.
What, say that again?
Karaoke.
No. What? I'm good at what?
Karaoke.
I'm good at something.
You didn't think you were.
Harlan got a pretty sexy hand, the 6-7 of diamonds.
Love it.
TD puts in a quick 3-bet. TD likes 3-bet in Harlan. And we got a cold call from Azan out of the blind. Harlan's reaching deep into the white chips. Please 4-bet this, Harlan.
Oh, yes.
Please 4-bet Harlan.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I love this. God, this game is good. Where's this game been all my life? I just want to marry this game.
It says 470, but it's bigger now. It looks like 575, maybe 675.
Can't see what Ozzy's got.
Ozzy cold called a 3-bet from TD versus another call. So it was open 3-bet, cold call from Troy, over call from Azan. I'm really curious where Azan was at there. Pocket 10s. Although I think out of position he might have some like 4-bets.
Caso FU Iscos says,
finds a way.
Don't worry, we're not getting paid. They give us like a pizza and a beer after.
We get beer?
No,
they
we
give
don't.
you
I was
beer?
just no, they don't. I was just like trying to make you feel better. Like I was getting you excited, and then I wanted to hurt your feelings, break you, build you up, and break you.
Oh my god. That was a disaster. Harlan taking the 7 high like a boss.
Love it.
Eat
Come at me,
this.
bro. Where has he been all my life?
You know, with the 6-7 diamonds there versus 3-bet and then a call. You can actually like flat there and you're not getting like the worst price of just calling. Your hand's gonna have decent equity against anything that TD's got, right? But I prefer like one's gonna take the aggressive line. We still have all the big pairs in our range. There's no reason to think that we can't have it be nutted. And let's play some blunt force trauma.
Yes.
I love it.
TD raises 75, gets a couple callers. Ace Queen 4 on the flop. Checked around.
I'll do the rundown, the PLO list. We're going to be spreading some PLO here in a minute. So the PLO is going to run here tonight at Stones. Anthony bets 150. TD's going to look him up. River Ace. Anthony here. You're blocking all the aces. You probably can't bet too large. Not a lot of draws here that miss to make it look bluffy. Might be a little bit much. You see, he kind of shaking his head. All right, you got it. Chip Avalanche. The name of the restaurant here in Stones is Sammy's. Excellent restaurant.
Love it. 24 hours.
And it's Wine Wednesday. We are half-price bottles of wine tonight. Let's have a couple bottles.
A couple? I'll have a glass. Well, let's order a bottle of Edge. Edge is the best wine in here, I think.
I just use my little wine app. You tell me what's good and what's bad. I don't truly have a palate to appreciate wine yet. Like I'll take something like, oh, that's good, or that's not as good. But like,
Once you start drinking good wine, once we start going to Napa more, which we will this summer, all of us, like Stones people,
all our Stones crew.
yeah, then you will start to appreciate good wine. By the way, don't get drunk and buy memberships. Next time my winery, the one that I have a membership at, apparently I bought a pretty expensive membership. Next time they have a party, we're all going.
Just put $100 in this, look at our hands, and then go to the flop.
They're talking about now doing a bomb pot.
Well, there's already money, a lot of money in the
table
middle.
won the rack attack.
Oh, okay. That's why. Do they change this game? A lot of the times they'll change it to a limit
I'm
game.
not sure they even do it on the live stream. So oftentimes, normally when they do the rack attacks, they change the game to a game of limit for one hand. But on the live, but I think we're gonna keep the game the same here. So now there's $200 of dead money in the pot to start with.
And we
TD
love
opens
it.
up the Jack 10 off. Early position. Someone's gonna get out of line here. With that much loose change out there, and Anthony is gonna make the call. Ace-8 suited. So it's open to 110. Call. Troy makes a call as well. Ash comes in the pot. Ace-5 suited. Troy called in pocket threes.
Danny himself, what's up? Welcome to the game. To a flop.
Now it shows the graphics from there's $465 in the pot. Mind you, there's also $200 of the house money
In the
So
pot.
there's actually $665 in the pot right now.
King high flop.
And Troy's pocket threes are out in front here. The TD's got stones. Leads 275, and this should work.
Tooth Doctor, what's up? Welcome to the stream.
Danny himself, no Jake. You'll get out of line.
Danny himself, they do a splash pot. They'll draw a table for a splash pot, and they'll just throw some money in the middle of the pot just because it's stones and we're awesome.
Because we're stones.
And we are the stones.
Yeah. And we like giving away money.
Yeah, Stones doesn't like money,
No.
but they like people that like money.
And people that don't like money. Brother Elgin.
Hey! Snap me! I love how everybody here is on Snapchat. Just keep up with everybody's lives.
Stones Crew is good people.
Oh, I love it.
People that don't live in the area that don't know, they really don't know what they're missing out on. Everyone that comes through here,
Cheers.
like what? Yeah, it's Cheers.
It's Cheers.
It is. It's Cheers and Cheers meets high stakes poker.
Yes.
Yeah.
We even take in a-holes. We'll deal with them too. You're welcome.
That was too easy. I'm not even gonna that's too easy for me to
You're welcome.
Ash makes it 75 to go out of the small blind. 10-8 offer.
I just have to say, I haven't seen
Cheers meets cops.
It's 9:30.
It's you ever see this E! True Hollywood Stories, and then they start doing hardcore drugs. Someone gets on a plane crash and dies. That's Cheers meets that show. That's Stones. All the best friends. Everyone's a mess. Everyone's got problems. We all have too much money in our lives, and because we're all just passing it back and forth.
Yes. Set it on fire.
In the meantime, there's a ton of dead grapes that are consumed.
By me mainly.
Usually by you.
Although they won't listen to me about changing the wine list to some wines that I like, which irritates me. So I bring my own in.
By default, people just like if she's talking in, just nod your head, and eventually she'll shut up and walk away.
You can bring your own wines here, so you just pay your corking fee.
Adam makes it 75 to go with the Ace-5 suited. Harlan's gonna come up with the 4-3.
King, King, Jack.
2 clubs. Check, check. Adam's ace will play.
I feel like every single 10-20 game needs a Harlan.
Right?
Needs a Harlan. I miss Wolf. Take Wolf back. I'd like to have Wolf again.
Any game with a wolf is better.
Any game with a Wolf is better. And I like Esh. Esh has been kind of a regular. lately.
That's just good people. And you know what? Like the dynamic, as we've seen, between Adam and Anthony, is very real. That King 10 hand, I can't even like. I don't know what was right or wrong in that hand. I really don't. Those players obviously have way more experience playing with each other than I do.
Adam and Anthony, I think, are my favorite tonight. I mean, Harlan's the easy favorite, but Adam and Anthony are slowly creeping into my heart. And we should get shirts made that say table 11. This is table 11, ladies and gentlemen. Stones Live. Paul's pretty much the only one that hasn't switched seats. At least twice tonight.
At least twice.
Queen, Queen 10. Matt flops a pair.
Open-ended for Troy. Matt's gonna go ahead and lead here.
I knew it. I was like, Saints were giving me the best game.
Good sizing.
Now what? Wow. Matt checks. Troy puts out a bet. Quick call. 5 changes nothing.
Damn, that tight down there? Ace king.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matthew holds call.
I mean, I guess it worked out. Yeah, it's like, when you do that thing with baseball bats, like we're at the last thing, like wins.
I don't know what the hell Harlan's saying. You know that you do that thing with the baseball bat? Baseball?
Rob convenience stores.
What other things do you do? Defend yourself?
Oh, you play sports.
I said baseball.
I think rob convenience stores. That's like what do you do with a baseball bat?
Rob convenience stores. But not around here because, we love our convenience store down the street.
Yes. You rob inconvenience stores.
Right?
That's what you do.
Yeah. If they're jerks. Ozzy's putting in a raise. He's got Esh. Is he happy sitting with Esh to his left and Harlan and TD? I mean, there's nowhere good at this table, actually.
He saw Adam get a little bit loose earlier with that King 10 hand, and maybe Azan thinking like, hey, I'd rather be on this side of the fault line than the other. So, yeah, Ozzy races 60, Esh 3 bets to 205. I think Azan calls. No, he still hasn't called. Sorry. Camera's panned away. I'm seeing more gears out of Esh than I've seen in other streams. The deuces hand.
Is this a 4-bet? Yeah. We can't see his cards.
3-bet at 540. Looking at Ozzy stack size versus Esh's stack size, I don't think Ozzy has many bluffs here. People are going to have less bluffs when they 4-bet, but
Ozzy clicks back. Esh quickly folds.
Ozzy, you had aces.
Did we say hello to Shaq Spencer yet? Yes, we did.
MDE Bolt 44 says East Coast players are better than West Coast players. Man, that's a. What is that? When you're poker pro, what do you play? You play in LA. I mean, you play West Coast.
You play West Coast.
The Bay.
The
Mecca. You play LA. The Mecca
Mecca
poker.
of
And
poker.
then you play some Vegas games on weekends and like.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. Never mind. East Coast. There's some good East Coast action, but like.
There's good action anywhere if you want to look for it, but if you want to play as a professional, you got to be in California.
West Coast, yeah. I mean, you put Vegas.
Vegas-ish, yeah.
Vegas
is kind of like an extension of California, like.
It is.
With less taxes.
Yeah, it's kind of like we put our arm around Vegas. It's like, yeah, you're with us.
Yeah.
You can. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Come on. Let's go have too many drinks and talk about our feelings.
Yes.
Adam opens 75, gets called from Esh, Harlan. TD makes it 475 to go with the King Jack.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Florida's got some very talented players and very big games.
this game's just starting to get fun.
I've never been to Florida, I've never played in Florida, but I've heard legendary stories of Florida games. Sack Kings fan says the game looks soft tonight, easy money. There's a list. Get on down here. Print some money. We're putting 475 in Pray with the King Jack. Mind you, it's working, but easy game. We love it.
He's gonna hold his hand up if there's a jackpot.
I know one of our Stones dealers just went out to Chicago to deal for a little bit. Our friend Sarah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
For like a tournament or something?
Or was it Oklahoma? I don't remember. She traveled outside
This looks like maybe a bomb pot. What's going on here? Everyone's putting out 100.
Everyone put in 100. All right, so I heard the PLO games. She was texting me, Snapchatting me. The PLO games are real.
Snap me.
Well, you're not in her circle.
The hell I'm not.
Every player is putting in $100 and seeing a flop, and then we're gonna play poker for here. So there's 900 in the pot, and no one looked at their cards. Everyone put $100 in blind, and now we're gonna play poker. On an Ace Queen 3, can't see Ozzy or Anthony's hand, but of the hands we do see, Harlan has by way the best of it with his pair of aces.
Welcome to Stone Slide Poker, ladies and gentlemen.
Just put free money in. Azan bets 400 here. I can't
Harlan
imagine he has.
calls.
I don't think Azan has very many worse hands than Harlan, and he's going to lead into that many players. Harlan makes a quick call, and then we see Azan's hand. Azan's got a worse hand than Harlan. Oh,
then the turn.
jeez.
Bink.
Look back.
Bomb pot. So Harlan, if Harlan had to set here, would he just call?
It's hard to
This
use.
just looks like a dry ace.
You can't assign. It's harder to assign players' ranges because it's a bomb
pot.
and no one does any like even study work on like, hey, what's a leading range look like on Ace Queen 3.
No, I'm just saying on that flop, in a bomb pot, on that flop, Harlan would just call like a king queen with ace anything.
I would call some very good queens, any ace.
And Ozzy's like, how much value can I get out of those kinds of hands?
All in and a snap fold by Harlan. Very good fold by Harlan.
Was it an all-in? I don't think it was an all-in.
I'm pretty sure I heard all in. Harlan called when he was ahead, folded when he was behind. Got nothing to complain about there. And Ozzy, for once, is on a stream and is not completely card dead.
First time.
First time for everything.
Yeah, I don't think it was an all-in. Do you notice our cameras are like so much more HD? The HD's like so it, man.
I know he slid about 1K into the pot. I thought I heard him verbalize all in. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Raised to 100 from Matt with aces. One hand too late to pick up the monsters.
And Adam likes it. I like that Adam's like laughing every time there's action. He's like, okay, let's play. Harlan calls.
3 1/4 in the pot. And right in the window, top set for Matt. Matt should be checking back here. If he's gonna bet, he's gotta bet really small.
That's 1/3 pot. The hard part is when you crush the board like that. If we bet, everyone folds. But the problem, if we check back and then raise a later street, kind of like the jig is up, and everyone knows where you flopped a monster.
It's hard crushing boards.
It is. The worst thing you can do in poker sometimes is flop quads, because then you're like, okay, like I know I'm not losing, but like I'm also not making any money in this hand either. It's just so unlikely, or it's extremely unlikely to make any money in a hand. Ace 4-3. I mean, maybe against other players. I mean, Adam and Harlan will play more hands than most players. So Adam or Matt might be thinking, hey, like they might have some one pair in or straight draws in hand, like 4-5, 4-3, things like that. Maybe they can get some value out of. But I still think check back, maybe get some other pocket pairs. So maybe maybe call one street. If there were some bigger cards, if it was like a board like Ace 9-8, Ace 9-7, something like that, where there's
Ace 10, Jack.
some more. Well, that's a whole other world, yeah. But like if there's more likely for our opponents to have pairs and/or draws,
yes,
then I think betting. But on Ace, it was Ace 3, Ace Deuce 4.
Deuce 3 or Deuce 4,
Deuce 4. There's 3 wheel cards.
That's not hitting his opponent's range at all. 3-3-4 on the flop. I mean, Harlan, I don't know.
Harlan plays cards like that, but like that's like I mean, it's the only way we're getting
He basically, he had that board crushed.
TD bets 125. Ozzy makes a call. Queen comes off. That's a better card for TD's range than it is for Ozzy's. Ozzy's not going to have many Queen X hands that he would check call 4-3-3 with. Like none. Another Queen comes off. But now because TD checked back, it's hard for him to have any hands here. Ozzy's probably going to be bluff catching here with like 5, 6, 7, 8s. Hands like that. We'll probably see. No, Ozzy's leading here. Ozzy can have like Ace 3, 3-5, pocket 4s.
I'm surprised Jenna is not putting his cards on the reader like she has been.
Ozzy bets 260. Ozzy probably has it there, but if you're TD and if there is a spot you're gonna try to take it away from there, when the Queen comes off, like that's a card that's it's better for your opening c-bet range than it is for Ozzy's check call range. Ozzy's check calling range on 3-3-4 is gonna have just like a lot of pairs in it. I mean, you can have trips too, and of course you can have boats, but like, I mean, 5, 6, and 7 hands like that are much more likely to have. It's harder to easier to have those hands that would check call than to have trips or full houses. So when the Queen comes off, it's hard for that hand to improve Ozzy. So if we're gonna double barrel bluff, then I mean that would be a card to do it. If we had a hand like King, Queen, Ace, Queen, Queen, Jack.
As far as Ozzy's hand.
For TD, no, for TD.
Oh, for TD.
TD's gonna try to win the hand at some point with 7 high. When the Queen comes off on the turn, that probably would have been the only opportunity. Now, as it is, when it goes Queen, Queen, and Ozzy leads river, it probably wouldn't have worked as Ozzy probably maybe had a decent hand. Maybe probably had a hand like 3-5, Ace 3, something like that. Could even be thinly value betting an overpair to the board, or an overpair to the 3s, trying to get looked up by Ace high. You might like some really thin value there, just betting like 8s there, hoping that TD is gonna look him up with Ace high. But
so Paul raises to 80, Adam calls, and both miss everything. Spaded up. Veronica, what'd it do, baby? Not much. True Metal Man, what's up? Welcome to the game. Danny himself says he's seen people spit in the dealers' faces. Jesus, that's horrendous.
There's some terrible poker stories out there. We've all heard stories of people peeing on deals. Yeah, I mean, there's some atrocious things.
Oh, just the worst I just saw was someone eating a card. my story again. Eating a carp.
You did that. I'm not surprised. Jake, you look like a grinder in a small window. It's probably accurate. $175 from Troy with a pocket eights. Is there a limp in front of him or an open? No, just very large size in there by Troy.
He can do what he wants.
Grinder is a great place to meet singles.
The Brock 21. Don't give Shaq Spencer any ideas.
Some guy swallowed a 5K chip when he lost a pot, so he couldn't give it to the other player.
Oh my god! But seriously.
But seriously.
How hard would it be to swallow that chip? Don't make it sexual. I'm serious. It would be freaking hard to swallow a chip.
I wouldn't dream of ever.
Imagine if he started choking and died.
Give me 5K to try to die right now.
Shut up. Russ Demon said, I have a good one. One live game, a woman was using a card protector that somehow got chocolate on the bottom. It hit the cards and everybody thought it was blood. They all got biohazard team into the poker room to bag it and test it. That's quite funny. Stones would be like, we're going to waste too much. Oh, those are the hot cookies. We'd waste too much money getting a biohazard team out.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
Negative EV.
Yeah. Free warm cookies for the players, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing better than Stones.
For a nice MLT. Mutton, lettuce, and tomato. Where the mutton is nice and thin.
Mutton.
Ace 3 diamonds is good enough for Matt to open up. I say that and I think Matt opened up. Ozzy's got a sweet tooth. You knew he was not going to pass on cookies.
Yeah, I wonder if he's got a weight loss bet going.
It's awful. Taking on weight loss bets, being a grinder in like this room, it's just such a bad idea. Like the food, like just like too good.
Free
too
cookies all the time.
Free cookies. I should go book weight loss bets with. I know I'm in this room. I can't do that. Who am I kidding? Thanks, V. Queen Jack 5, 2 hearts. Matt did not open up the Ace 3 diamonds in another position. Make me correct myself. Troy turns 2 pair. Check it over to Harlan. Checks back. Bets 200.
Shaq Spencer says those cookies were made by people who owe money from playing Pai Gow. That's true. It's actually made out of Pai Gow players.
Yeah.
What was I gonna do?
Yeah. Spade Up. We are streaming from Stone's Gambling Hall, just outside Sacramento, California.
For all you guys that are big fans of the show, one of our main production guys, Bob, his sister's going through some issues right now. I put up a post for the GoFundMe page. If you can find it in your heart to donate, click on that GoFundMe link and give a little.
Give a little bit.
Give a little bit of your money to GoFundMe.
I like it.
Savage Medic says, order a bottle of Edge already. Simmer down and we'll get there.
Ash is playing some poker. Just open up the 7-3.
I like Esh. I like Esh in this
Ash is
game.
great. I've never seen some of these gears on Ash before.
I like gears. Esh is like, I'm going to give you gears tonight. You tell me I don't. I do.
You want Gears? I'll give you Gears. He pulls up the lipstick, puts it on. Goodbye, horses.
Scroll up, spade it up. I put it up.
Adam this time cannot play the King 10 early position since that got too weird once already. TD is suited, and that's all the motivation he needed. It's at 75 to go.
Denny himself, why don't they offer the cookies to you guys in the booth? Because we're in a soundproof booth, and we're only here because we're being punished for being bad.
It's the penalty box.
Yes.
Jake probably has some herbal cookies in the pocket. What, do I give
You
off that vibe?
You would be hilarious.
I would be so paranoid. I'd be like freaking out, man. Like, I don't know.
You would be hilarious. You'd be the funniest high guy ever. It's the last hand of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Danny said you're wearing that shirt to look inconspicuous.
He knows, man. They all know, man.
You're actually wearing color this year, which is cool.
I don't see color. Action folds over to Anthony. Reaching for chips. It's a string raise.
You just mind your own business. You.
60 to go out of the cutoff with the ace-4 offsuit. Troy gonna give him some love with the ace-3 offer. And Adam says it's suited, and I've seen this work once before.
Ace 10-9.
Well, Troy and Anthony
Troy.
flop aces. Pot will probably be chopped. Unless one can get the other to fold.
Danny himself is on a roll tonight.
Adam is gonna call Queen 5 with backdoor club draw, backdoor straight draw. Does not pick up any equity on the turn. I would expect Anthony to mostly check back here as well with his ace-4. He thinks he can get value out of a pair of 10s. At that price, is a pair of 10s calling us? As it is, he gets another ace to fold, which is good for him. Easy game.
We saw a lot of gears changing from players we see typically not doing those things.
The game started out fairly snug. I mean, it was a good game, but it started out like, fairly on the tighter side of suicide. And then all of a sudden, like, out of nowhere,
Harlan.
and then it jumped up a notch. And then the game got weird. TD started 3-betting error. Harlan started opening up a lot of pots. And there's a bomb pot. Next thing you know, everyone's like, oh shit.
It got messy.
Yeah.
We're all covered in chocolate.
And it puts people out of their comfort zones. And that's how you get a great, messy, like, poker game.
We have a 5-5 on Monday, and then next Wednesday's our usual 5-10.
Yeah. Good game.
And thank you for tuning in. Press the heart if you haven't already done so. What else?
Shout out to Bob, Kenny, Abraham, and the crew. Justin,
Kenny,
Crider for
Abraham.
putting together this absolute disaster of a lineup for us.
And thanks for rehiring me, Justin. I appreciate it.
And maybe I'll get fired now.
He also gave me a Valium before the show just to keep me calm.
Oh, that was nice of him.
Yeah, which is why I didn't swear.
He's holding out on me.
Well, ask him for the rectal version next time.
Suppository.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace.